Big B on the track. Oh, boy.
Captain Saber Bro is here to save the day.
Playerism is the antidote to feminism.
Her to pay for this shit.
No,
But I can tell you, women ain't gonna try you if they feel like they can't try you. If they tried you, they felt like it was something else got going on. Worry about you. Worry about you, how you treat me. So make sure you hit that like button.
What is going on? What is going on? I'm your gracious game advisor. I am your gracious game advisor. I am here. Captain Saber Bro, yours truly, King Dre. Let's get a one in the chat if you can hear me. Before we get started, I need to know if you can hear me. I'm back. I am back. Can we get a one in the chat if you can hear me? Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Let's do a quick roll call real quick. I got my man Leak in the building. Pink Tips is in the building. Jeremy, what's up, bro? Abdi, Tyler, Devin, Brian, the high value nurse, what's up? Drop a one in the comment if you're rocking with me tonight. Nick Jeezy, what's up? Jason Barnes, what's up? We're going to get into this good old game. You did what I'm saying? We're going to get into this good old game. Is y'all ready for that game? Chris F., what's up, brother? Before we get into that, DK, what's up? Devin, what's up? Freedom Kev, what's up? Underswan Entertainment. Let's get it. Before we get into that, this episode is brought to you by my new program, Seduction Mastery. My new program, Seduction Mastery. Let's see. Hold up. Let me get that together. But yeah, guys, Seduction Mastery. Seduction Mastery is my new program that's releasing on May 15th. May 15th, you can get Seduction Mastery. Click the link in the chat. The link is pinned in the chat. It'll be in the link. It'll be in the chat. It'll be in the bio. It'll be in the comments, wherever. Click it right now. Go put yourself on the wait list for my new course, Seduction Mastery. Guys, this is my best course yet, hands down. Hours and hours and hours worth of in-depth, thorough game. You guys do not want to miss this. You do not want to miss this. You do not want to miss this. This is going to be, it ain't nothing like this on the market. This is it, and I get really, really dark. We gotta do it by hook or by crook. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason that I'm going dark is because one thing I realized is that women need the emotional excitement. And I'm gonna talk about that later with the what's my man name? Steve Crowder. He's a prime example of this. And women don't mind being seduced. Women don't even mind if you do dark psychology on them. The thing that what women don't want is they don't want to be opened up and to be led astray or to be hurt when they open themselves up and be vulnerable to you. That's what they don't want. But, you know, so we're going to do it by hook or by crook. Now, the reason that I don't teach the dark shit publicly is because when bad people get information, bad people do bad things with good information. So I can't do it publicly. So I'm putting it all in this course, bro. I'm putting it all in this course. This course is going to take your shit to the next level. Elite level player when you get done with this one. But it's releasing on May 5th. Click the link in the bio to get not the bio, because we're on YouTube right now. The link in the chat or the link in the comments, and to put yourself on the wait list. On May 15th, we open the doors. Enrollment opens on May 15th. You have until May 19th to purchase. After May 19th, it's coming off. I cannot keep this course on the market like that. I cannot. It's too deep. It's too dark. But when you get sign up for Seduction Mastery, you're going to get my Seduction Mastery program, my brand new program where you can uncover the secrets of seduction. I go deep into seduction. I teach you how to, seduce different types of women. I teach you how to, develop different types of seducer personalities and add different characters. I don't want to say characters, but different type of profiles and elements to your game so you can use different styles, right? And I also teach you different seduction strategies, and you compare them with different types of women and shit. Because I break down the different types of women and how to seduce them and what they look like and all this shit. It's going to be crazy. Go get that. But that's Seduction Mastery. You're going to get that course, which is my brand new works. You're going to also get how to make a woman fall in love with you. Love is different from seduction. Emotional excitement is different from love, right? Look, that's my most popular course, how to make a woman fall in love with you. So if you don't have that, you'll be able to get that, right? So once you got the seduction game down, once you got the emotional part down, and you got the love part down, you ain't no stopping you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you're also gonna get how to vet a woman properly, right? What good is all this game if you put it into the wrong woman? So teach you how to vet women properly. Then you're gonna get one of my private webinars that I did called How to Take a Woman's Soul. This is about 3-4 hours with my man, Alpha Kingdom. Deep, dark game. This type of stuff is not talked about on the internet. You're going to get that. You're going to get How to Have Threesomes by Sterling Cooper. Top tier program. If you don't know, Sterling Cooper is an award-winning, how do I say this? Corn star, right? Award-winning corn star. So he teach you bedroom tricks and all that. Then you're going to get sexual seduction and bedroom mastery, teaching you how to seduce sexually, how to set up your bedroom, the whole sexual escalation game. This one is probably my favorite by far. Probably about 4 or 5 hours of good game. It has a session, then we got a Q&A at the end. So you're going to get that as well. And if you on the wait list, you're going to get Breaking the Modern Woman. I'm going to teach you how to remove the shell from the modern woman. So you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damn programs, hours and hours and hours worth of private, deep, good game, hours and hours and hours. You're going to get all that for the price of one. Now, when you sign up, you're going to also get 60 days of the Players Club for free. And then y'all know the Players Club that's my private group. That's my baby. That's where you can catch me at. That's where you get private access to me at. We meet twice a month. Via Zoom, answering questions, breaking down text threads, the whole nine. We actually meet tomorrow. So that's 60 days of the Players Club. Then we're going to have, when you get the program, we're going to have 8 weeks of support meetings because the game is so deep for Seduction Mastery. I know you guys are going to have questions. So for every week, we're going to meet once a week and we're going to break down the game if you guys have questions about the material that's in the course. So, so you can get a good, thorough understanding because the game get really, really, really deep. And I know you guys going to have a lot of questions. So I'm throwing that in there too. So that's 8 weeks of that. You're going to get all of that. Seduction Mastery, how to make a woman fall in love, how to vet women properly, how to take a woman's soul, how to have threesomes, sexual seduction and bedroom mastery, breaking the modern woman, 60 days of the Players Club, 8 meetings, private meetings with me. All of that for the price of one. May 15th through May 19th. If you don't have it by May 19th, your ass is out of gas. Get on the wait list right now. Get on the wait list right now. That's Seduction Mastery. Also, guys, go follow me on all my social media platforms. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you already know how to find me on YouTube. YouTube King Dre or the Captain Saver Bro Show. On TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I think it's and YouTube. Just type in King Dreism, KINGDREISM. If you want to listen to the podcast long form, you can catch it on YouTube at the Captain Saver Bro Show, or go to Apple or Spotify, however you say it, Apple or Spotify, excuse me, and go to put in the Captain Saver Bro Show, and all the episodes will come right up. But we here, let's get into it. Oh, quick, I want to take the time to apologize because I wasn't here last week, and we've been doing these every Tuesday. My son just had surgery last week. He had a surgery. My son had to get surgery. So I was in the hospital with my son. He's home now. He's doing good and he's recovering. So we here now. So I didn't get to put out I didn't get to do a live stream, or I didn't get to put out a podcast, a recorded podcast episode for Friday. So we here now. The game is back. Let's get it. We here now. The game is back. Definitely, let's get it. Make sure y'all get on the wait list. Make sure you get on the wait list. Shout out to my man MLD in the building. Steve Harvey is definitely a simp. Steve Harvey is not a simp. Steve Harvey not no simp. I'm about to break all that down though. I'm about to break all of that down. People take clips. People tell you, my son is doing good. People take clips and shit, and they don't see the full content. I'm a fan of Steve Harvey, and I've been a fan of Steve Harvey since I was a kid. So I know a lot about Steve Harvey. So anytime he do something, like, I watch it. And so that interview, I actually watched the whole interview as soon as it came out. You understand? I actually like Steve Harvey. Now, if I thought that Steve Harvey was a simp on some relationship shit, then I would say that. You know, Steve Harvey is a very, very, very solid dude. And the one thing about Steve Harvey has something that most men are striving for. Wealthy is all outdoors, and have a woman who's down with him and solid. That's been down with him, and that woman is solid, and she contributes greatly to what he's doing. He's in a very loving marriage and been married for the last 20-something years to that same woman. You see what I'm saying? He not on here on no getting dogged by his wife embarrassing. It ain't that type of party with Steve. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get into that later. Steve Harvey is basically what every man want to be. But y'all be so caught up into these fucking content creators taking little snippets and this and this and that, and then forming your opinions based on that. But you don't even realize everything that every man is striving for. Steve Harvey is already that. And so if I want to be, if I'm gonna look at anybody, I'm gonna look at who I want to strive for. If they have what I want, I'm gonna listen to them versus some disgruntled nigga on the internet who mama treated him bad. All the women in his life done treated him bad. What the fuck am I going to listen to him for? I'm going to listen to a rich man who got his money the right way, who been through hardships, trials, tribulations, who come from a loving family, and who has a wife that has been down and solid with him and has contributed greatly to his empire over the last 25 years. That's who I want to listen to. I'm just saying. So, But that's what I tell y'all, man. These internet streets, man. These internet streets, bullshit. It's bullshit. These just be talking. Dudes just be talking. But we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna do a Q&A real quick though. So if you guys have questions, put your questions in the chat, and I can get to your questions. I'm taking all questions. I just didn't agree with him saying we got to marry chicks in the USA because the laws just don't make it a good decision to sign that paper in the USA. Everybody not scared of that. Everybody's not scared of that. I'm not scared of that, bro. Okay, women can take half of your shit. I could lose all my money in my business. Like, what do they say? 97% of businesses fail. If I'm not scared of that, I'm not scared of losing out in a relationship, bro. It's material bullshit. Because I know the man who I'm not scared of that shit. I'm not scared of no court system. I done been in a real court before. I don't give a fuck about shit like that. Everybody's not scared of that. Everybody don't care about that. And there are people who actually know how to maintain their relationships, and they know how to meet women's needs and know how to be, the man that their family needs them to be. So there's some people who have confidence in their ability to hold a family together. What's wrong with that? And there's some people that don't see anything wrong with, if this woman has been down with me for 30 years, and she has my children. She's been there sacrificing for me for 30 years. If it don't work out, since she gave her life to me, what's wrong with me giving her a little something so she could be set up? Because she dedicated her life to me. Some people think like that. And there's nothing wrong with thinking like that. If there's a woman who came into my life, and see, this is the thing I'm saying. A lot of these dudes don't be having no fucking game. They meet a bitch. A lot of these dudes meet a bitch and give her the whole fucking world. And then after After 10 years, she divorced him, and they wonder why. Steve Crowder and shit, right? But you know, and then if I met a woman, if I got married to a woman, and that woman has helped me contribute to my empire and been down for me and then sacrificed her life, instead of building a life for herself, she chooses to dedicate her life to see to it that I'm great, and we don't work out after 10 to 15 years, she's not gonna have to fight me to get nothing. We could split the assets and gold. We could split the material bullshit, houses and shit. I could buy another house. I could buy another fucking car. I can make more fucking money. You see what I'm saying? Everybody don't look at it like that. Make sure you drop your questions in the chat. Everybody don't look at it like that. Everybody don't come from a pessimistic worldview. Everybody don't come, listen. Everybody don't have this story to where I've been mistreated and all I've been dating is whores and I've been getting cheated on all my life and my mom didn't love me. Everybody don't come from that. So everybody don't see the world like that. There are guys, there are men who know how to choose women, who know exactly what to do with women because they've had an example. They have strong fathers, all that. Or they had people give them the game. Everybody not walk down here walking and scared of, the big bad man. That's the thing. Y'all tell black people, y'all be telling them, talking about a lot of the red pill white guys. Y'all tell black men about the system and don't be scared of the system and don't use it as an excuse. Get out there and pull your bootstraps up. Now y'all scared of the same system? No, ain't nobody scared of that shit. No fucking family court. Mine have seen the state of Andre versus the state of Florida versus, I'd have been fighting for my life in court. I don't give a fuck about no fucking civil family court. If I marry any woman, she's going to contribute. So whatever we have, she has helped me build. Believe that. You understand what I'm saying? Any woman in my life, whatever I have, she's helped me attain that. So if we don't work, I don't have a problem with looking after her because she contributed. It's only when you game goofy and you don't know what the fuck you're doing to where you allow a woman into your life and all you think that she has to do is be hot and fucking, what does this goofy ass red pill dude say about the shit? Be hot. Did we have sex yet? Is she hot? Has she cried because I didn't tell her I love her? That's how we pick girls. So when you goofy like that, then you have to worry about shit like that. But when you know what you're talking about and you know this game and you're a real solid dude and you value and love yourself, there's no woman going to be in your life who's not contributing, who's not going to help you build nothing. That's y'all be looking for these young, dumb, hot bitches that can't provide you nothing, that have no fucking value outside of sex. That's who y'all be looking for and that's who y'all be wanting to marry. But then you be mad when they fucking take all of your shit from you. You see what I'm saying? I don't just exist on the internet. I have friends in real life who have been married and have gone through divorces and had to deal with child support and kid courts and the horror stories that y'all be talking about. I ain't see that. What I did see was when a man shows up to get his kids, he get his kids. I have seen nothing and I know a lot of guys that went through that. One of my best friends was recently living with me for like two couple years after when we got divorced or whatever. They both made the same amount of money. When they divorced, it wasn't nothing to really split. She went her way and he went her way. And they both got joint custody of the kid because he actually showed up and he wasn't abusive and he wasn't no fucking drunk or no drug addict or he ain't on camera beating on her and fucking screaming and abusing the kids and all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? All this shit is boogeyman shit. All this shit is boogeyman bullshit. What they don't tell you is a lot of these dudes are fucking. A lot of these dudes in these relationships where women be doing them like that are fucking dirtbag shit eater type of motherfuckers. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that they drunks and they fucking, can't go a day without drinking. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that they abusive as fuck. They don't tell you no shit like that. All they do is tell you, oh, she tried to rape me and da-da-da-da-da in the court. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you how they actually were. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody scared of that bullshit. Listen, if you follow the rules of the game, you ain't gonna get burned, period. We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about obstacles, or we ain't worried about adversity, or we ain't worried about the things that could go wrong. Because I could start my business, I could put money into a business and it can fail. And it'll wipe me clean way faster than a bitch will. You'll be trying to start your own business will wipe you clean way faster than a bitch will. But am I going into a situation where, oh man, what about, well, my business can fail and I can get sued and I can have this problem and I can have, no, bro. I got my eye on the prize. I could get in the car and have a car accident and die. There's a good chance of that happening every time that I leave my house. Am I going to be scared of that? I don't live in fear, bro. I'm not saying that I'm not a human being, because I'm a fucking human being. I have fear and anxieties just like everybody else. But fear don't control me, bro. Y'all got to stop being scared. Y'all scared of court. Y'all scared of love. Y'all scared of bitches, all type of shit. Anybody, listen to me, man. Since y'all, let's talk about this child support shit. Anybody who's a good father, any man who has who has children, that's a good father, don't give a fuck about no child support, bro. Because if you love your children, you're gonna do whatever you need to do to see to it that they financially taken care of. It's people who don't be having no fucking kids. They just be talking. I have children. I don't give a fuck about child support. I want my kids to live good, period. And whatever that costs, it costs. But I actually love my children, and I wanted my children to be here. I didn't have children with a bitch just because I wanted to keep the bitch around, and so I don't really like my kids, and so now I'm complaining about child support. I wanted my children to be here. So I love them, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to take care of them. And if they just so happen to put me on child support and I have to pay child support, then I'm going to pay child support, because I'm going to have to do the shit anyway. I'm going to have to financially support my children anyway. Y'all want to have kids and don't even fucking want to financially support them. Man, this shit weird, bro. I fucking hate this space. I fucking hate this space. And every day I'm going to do whatever I had to do to not be associated with nobody in this fucking whack ass. This space is whack, bro. Fuckers complain about child support. How are you complaining about child support? Them your fucking kids. Children cost. If you a real, y'all be getting mad when y'all be splitting up with the woman. And let me say this. Half of y'all, most of y'all that's complaining about, oh, this to keep the kids away from the child and keep the kids away from the dad. Most of y'all don't want them fucking kids anyway, because it's hard to raise kids, bro. Most of y'all don't want them kids anyway. You want the bitch. Let's be real. You want the bitch. And you're using the kids as a fucking excuse. Because if you wanted your kids, you would show up and get your kids, period. You know what I'm saying? The only time the court is going to keep you out of them kids' life, listen, the only time the court is going to keep you out of them kids' life is if you've been proven to be abusive, or if you've been proven to be a drug addict or alcoholic, or you involved in crime. I know what I'm talking about. Dudes be fucking complaining and crying. You don't even want your fucking kids. All you got to do is go for joint custody. But if they gave you them kids, you wouldn't even want them. If they gave you them fucking kids, you wouldn't even want them. Most of you dudes don't even know what to do with no fucking, especially little kids. So come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. That shit be blowing me, bro. I hate this fucking community. That's what's wrong with the men in this community. And I'm not talking about the players over here. I'm talking about all that other bullshit. They what's wrong with this fucking country in the first place. Straight up, bro. Talk about kids. Motherfuckers don't even take care of their kids. Child support. How you complain about child support when your fucking kids? And the courts do what's in the best interest of the children, as they should. These dudes don't tell you that they done been to jail for domestic violence and they fucking on record being drunks and drug addicts and shit and doing all type of wild shit. They don't tell you that part of their past. They don't tell you that. They just mad that a bitch burned them. But they pick the bitch anyway. There's no fucking self-accountability or nothing. And then y'all let a fucking y'all let women into this space, bro, and lead y'all astray to basically grape y'all financially, bro. Y'all fucking goofy. This community goofy. And every day I'm gonna do whatever I can to separate myself from this goofy ass shit. Straight up. Shit goofy, bro. Goofy. I don't care who like it. I don't care who like it or who don't, bro. But ain't no way. That shit be blowing. Oh, child support, they put me. So what? Would you have a problem financially supporting the children that you fucking brought here into this world? I pay way more to support my children than the courts would. I pay way more. And I ain't tripping. I probably could go put myself on child support and would pay less than what I pay to support my children now. But why would I do that? I want my children to have a good fucking life. I want my children to have the life that I didn't have. And I don't care how much it costs. They're going to have that. I don't care how much me and their mom don't get along, or how much me and their moms don't talk, or how their moms feel about me. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Or I don't give a fuck because me and their moms ain't together, or they mom fuck with this dude or fuck with that dude. I don't give a fuck about that. They're my children. Man, ain't no bitch got nothing to do with my children. That's not to call my kids' moms no bitches, but ain't no woman got nothing to do with the way that I'm going to show up for my children. Not one. Now, if a woman is being difficult and keeping the kid and all this playing games, and that's one thing. That's one thing. But child support is a percentage of the man's income, and that has no roof on it. Yeah, it should be a percentage of the man's income. Some dudes pay $10,000 per month per child per month. That's what I don't agree with. I mean, if you're a millionaire, you should. What you want to give your baby mama $1,000 a month? You want your baby mama to live in the projects if you're a millionaire? I know plenty of people on child support. I've dealt with women that have dudes on child support. I know about the child support shit. So can't nobody tell me about no child support, bro. I come from a community where child support is the motherfucker. So I know about child support. Yeah, y'all want the government to take care of the kids and shit. No, hold these fucking dudes accountable. That's what these communities don't do. Hold these fucking dudes accountable. Take care of your fucking kids, bro. The kids got to go to doctors and football practice and all type of shit. Oh, man. Yeah, it's child support. How else they gonna do it? Y'all expect dudes. Y'all expect to have children, right? And then y'all living in these mansions in these the good life, and then y'all giving the new bitch all the good shit with her motherfucking kids, and your new kids the good life, but y'all want your kids that you made to be in the project struggling because you mad at the bitch. Y'all be mad at the woman. Your kids should get a percentage of your income, or don't have kids. If you don't want to take care of your kids, don't have them. Or get with women who ain't gonna put you on child support. I ain't on child support. And I got different baby mamas, and I'm not on child support. And I had my kids, I was messing with them both, got caught up in all that shit. I still ain't on child support. But that just show you the type of man that I am. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no goofy. And I take care of my kids because I was handling my business before I had kids. And I was solid before I had kids. And those women see me as a solid dude before I had kids, and that I'm going to show up before I had kids. I don't put them in all type of bullshit, mix them in all type of bullshit together, and all type of fucking with this one while I was fucking with this one, and all type of beef and all that shit. I still ain't on child support. And I left both of them. They got every reason to be like getting their feelings and be, oh, I want to get him back. And nah. What'd that tell you? Be solid, bro. You're a solid dude. You don't have to worry about that, bro. If you believe in God and you solid, you don't got to worry about none of that. Or whatever you believe in, whatever covers you, whatever guides you, whether you believe in God, whatever you believe, be true to that, and you straight. But a lot of dudes is busters, and they deserve to be on child support. Period. These dudes be talking all this shit about. As soon as you say, so, let me get on here and say, hey man, the police shooting a nigga in the back and they fucking playing dope on me and shit like that. They'll tell you, oh, what you crying for? Stop crying. The racism don't exist. It doesn't exist. It's you crying about the system, but then they'll get on here and complain about bitches all day, every day. Let me get up here and say, man, the police be in my neighborhood doing some bullshit, shooting niggas in the back, playing drugs on them. See, they don't know that happens, right? Because they are not from them environments, right? Let me get up. Oh, you complaining, and here you go. What do you expect? And you're complaining, and well, look at Kanye, and Kanye is a good black dude, and this and this and that. But them same dudes be complaining about women. Now the government is the big bad government now, when you got to take care of your fucking kids. But let anybody come out and say, hey man, that was wrong that he fucking choked that man out like that. That man don't deserve to die like that on the ground with a knee in the back of his neck. Let me get out here and say that, oh, you fucking, what you complaining for? Oh, this you libtard and all this old bullshit. But they don't know how to, these same dudes be complaining about the same system when it comes to bitches. Bitches is the easiest thing in the world to deal with. It's harder to run my business. Now, I would rather have my business over a woman, but it's harder to get up and run my business and take care of my children and to see to it that my children grow. That's very hard to do, man. I'm in my kids' life every day, right? A woman is easy. Women are easy. All you got to do is stay true to what the man that's in your heart. Women is almost natural. It's supposed to be whatever. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let me shout out to Maynard for the dollar super chat or the euro or whatever that is. I appreciate you. Shout out to my man Ray Royals for the $50 super chat. Man, y'all passed the collection plate. Checking in with the GOAT for sure. G Williams came in late, but I'm gonna catch the replay. Yeah, catch the replay. And this ain't on no racist shit, bro. That ain't who I am. You see what I'm saying? I fuck with everybody who fuck with me. If you don't fuck with me, fuck you, period. I don't give a fuck if you black, white, Chinese, purple, midget, old person, kid. If you don't fuck with me, fuck you, period. But so this ain't on no racist shit, because that ain't, but it is what it is. And I'm saying that because a lot of them dudes be on some racist shit. So, but let a nigga come out and say, hey man, the police need to stop doing this. Oh, stop complaining. All black people do is complain and this and that. And all y'all fucking do is complain about women, bro. Women are easy. My ex still on the system and I pay $22 a month. Plus I get them extra money for them to do extra shit. Take care of your kids, bro. Dudes be having domestic violence charges, physically and verbally abusing their BM, then play big victim when the bitch leave. When you listen to them talk, they more worried about the bitch than their kids. For real, bro. When you listen to these dudes talk, they be more worried about them bitches than their kids. I don't give a fuck about no bitch who don't want me, bro. I'm gonna say that again. I don't give two fucks about no bitch who don't want me. I love myself, and I've always been like that. I ain't never chased after no woman who ain't want me. You don't want me, fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? They be more about the women than the kids. You see? But then they be putting babies in these type of women. They don't talk about what they be doing. We're going to talk about the Steve Crowder shit because I don't believe that. I don't believe that Steve Crowder was abusive shit. We're gonna get into both. Let's get into this shit. If anybody got questions, put your questions in the chat now, because I don't want on this long ass fucking rant, and I'm supposed to be breaking this game down. But certain stuff trigger me, bro. I'm a real fucking dude, bro. I ain't for none of that bullshit, bro. The kids first, period. And kids need their fathers. Dudes will complain about child support, but take care of the next shit. I done seen that a million times, bro. I haven't learned how to deal with women. You better learn. You better learn. Hey, listen. You got questions? Put your questions in the chat. Well, we're gonna get started. We just gonna get started. Make sure you guys get on the wait list for Seduction Mastery. Make sure you guys get on the wait list for Seduction Mastery, bro. What? So I just wanted, what y'all think? Because I ain't on child support, and I got 2 different baby mamas, and I was fucking with them both at the same time. So why am I in child support? What y'all think? Am I lucky? Y'all think it's because I'm lucky? Watching the playoffs, we'll catch the replay. Man, fuck them playoffs, bro. You better come catch this game. You better get this motherfucking game while you bullshitting. You talking about the playoffs. Man's talking about the playoffs. You tripping, brother. If I don't get no questions, I am going to we're gonna get to the Steve Harvey thing in a minute. I actually watched this whole I watched this whole thing because I'm a huge fan of Steve Harvey. Will the Seduction Mastery course help me with my career in sales? If that's the shiny dwarf, but don't ask me no. Don't waste my time, bro. I ain't answer. If you the shiny dwarf, I ain't answering none of your shit, bro. I don't fuck with you, and you know why. I don't fuck with you, bro. If that's who I think it is, Johnny Perez, are you the shiny dwarf? If you is, I don't fuck with you, and you know why I don't fuck with you. You had me waste my fucking time, bro. I went all the way home to fucking help you out, and you wasted my fucking time. I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with dudes like you. So if that's you, don't ask me shit, bro. But what you guys, so you guys don't have questions. Okay, you guys don't have questions. Let me see if there were questions up here. Let me answer this real quick. What are some simple date ideas that doesn't involve drinking alcohol? The best date ideas, listen to that. I got some game for you guys. The best date ideas, the best dates are the ones that you do what you want to do. So let's say you want to go fucking shoot pool on a Friday night. Just invite her, say, hey, I'm going to shoot pool. Come with me. Or I would like if you would come with me to shoot pool. Go do what you want to do. Those are the best dates. Whatever you was going to do, or plan something that you would like to do, and then bring the girl into your world. You understand what I'm saying? That's the best way to do it. That is the best way to do it. Instead of you going to some spot that you don't really go, you doing something that you don't really like doing just to appease a bitch, to vibe off, the mood off. You in a spot you really don't want to be in. No, go do something that you actually enjoy doing. Let's say you're a video gamer and you sit in the house and play the video game all day. Say, you know what? Instead of sitting in the house and playing the video games, I'm gonna just go out. We're gonna go to an arcade. We're gonna go to like one of them computer labs where they got gaming computers, and we're gonna fucking do that, and then go have some drinks after or whatever. But just do what you enjoy doing. If you like fishing, take the girl fishing. Go get a fishing charter or something, or go on a fishing boat. You know, if you like fucking working out, do a gym date or something like that. I don't know about no gym date, but just incorporate her into whatever you was gonna do anyway. If you like eating, if you like going to eating steaks on Friday night, tell her to come to the restaurant that you be going to, you know, and meet you there or something, or you'll take her to that place. But that's the best. That's always the best. That's always the best date ideas when you do what you want to do. Bring the girl into your world. So, but all right, man, let's get into this. Hold up. I gotta make sure you guys are following me on all my social media platforms at King Dre-ism. Make sure you guys are following me on all my social media platforms at King Dre-ism. Let me make sure I can hear this.
Be able to see.
Okay, I can hear this. All right. Let's get into this. Just y'all ready for this? If y'all ready for this, give me put a 1 in the chat. Y'all ready for this game? Y'all want the truth broken down? Are you ready for the truth? Not this internet bullshit, but the truth from a real motherfucking dude. Is just that, do y'all want that? Or do y'all want y'all feelings coddled? You want your feelings coddled to appease to your emotions because bitches been doing you dirty all your life, or you want some real game? If you want some real game, press 1 in the chat. If you want me to coddle your feelings and trash on Steve Harvey because it makes you feel good, because he's actually successful in every arena that you want to be, press 2 and I can do that for you. And we could probably get more views. We can probably get more fucking whatever. But press 1 if you want some real fucking game. Press 1 if you want some real game, bro. All right, okay. The chat has spoken. Y'all want some real game. I get it. I absolutely get it. Let's go though.
Right. And then that was 2005. I reconnected with Marjorie in 2005, right after the divorce. 2006, she came.
You reconnected. So y'all had dated before?
I dated her in the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, I dated her in the 80s.
I thought they say love is like a McLaren.
So he talking about how he met his current wife, Marjorie. And people would like to say, oh, she dealt with some street dudes before. So what, bro? So what? It ain't like he been fucking with that girl since. He telling you, see, this is the people only listen to what people on the internet say. He had her in the 80s. He been fucking with her since the 1980s. He been fucking with that lady. You see what I'm saying? But he talking about how he met her. Yeah, they say, oh, she dealt with a big time drug dealer. So what? So what? There's some woman who's dealt with me before. Like, so what? It's a woman who dealt with you. Ain't everybody you meet have dealt with somebody. Like, what point does that make? I don't get that. Like, why does that even matter? Now, I could see if it was like, oh, she let the whole basketball team hit it, or she was just everybody in the town was hitting it and shit like that. But no, she dated a dude that had some bread, or he went to jail. She dated another dude that had some bread. I think it was, I don't know who it was, but when you meet women, especially when you fucking 40 years old, if you meet somebody when you 40, he was in his 40s, his late 30s or 40s when he met her. So what do you think? What do you expect? Her to be a virgin just waiting on you all her life? Be sounding crazy. Steve Harvey is 66 years old. And when he met her, he was 40 something or late 30s. They was in their 30s and 40s with grown kids already, had been married before. Yeah, she dealt with somebody else at 40 years old. People don't even be thinking. Just be talking. Niggas just be talking.
If it goes cold, it can't be reheated.
Your mind ain't go cold. Red hot, poker hot, hot tamale hot. I'm talking about Tabasco.
So
it's just I got in trouble.
Right.
When we started dating, I became homeless.
Right.
Wasn't no cell phone.
Right.
I just had a house number. She had a little baby. I figured, what I got to offer this woman? I'm in trouble now.
Right.
So I just drove off. We never had an argument or nothing.
Right.
You know?
Wow. Why did you?
So when he met her in the 80s, he was dating her in the 80s. His wife now, he was dating her in the 80s. They rekindled in 2005 or 2006 or something like that. She was dating her in the 80s, but at that time he had fell off, and this was before cell phones, internet. he had fell off real bad. He was homeless and he was living out of his car. So he just went his way because he felt like, I ain't really got nothing to offer this chick. So they went about their ways, but it was nothing. It wasn't no breakup on some shit like, and this is the truth. But see, this is the clip that they take from, and that's all over the internet. But people don't have the sense enough to like, okay, let me go to the source and then rewind back a little bit so I can get the full context. No, what people do is they take some shit, just like gossiping hoes. And then you have people that take the bullshit information and then repeat it back, and they form an opinion of a man based on some bullshit. But that's the truth. He met the woman and he was dealing with her in the 80s. He fell off and was all down on his luck and shit. And he just went on about his way because he wanted to focus on building himself back up, not no motherfucking relationship. And so he let her go. And then he met her again. He rekindled with her again in 2005.
You continue to believe in love after everything that you've been, like you're telling me you've gone through a divorce and things.
Hot tamale hot. I'm talking about Tabasco.
So
it's just I got in trouble.
Right.
When we started dating, I became homeless.
Right.
Wasn't no cell phone.
Right.
I just had a house number. She had a little baby. I figured, what I got to offer this woman? I'm in trouble now.
Right.
So I just drove off. We never had an argument or nothing.
Right.
You know?
Wow. Why did you continue to believe in love after everything that you've been, like you're telling me you've gone through a divorce and things happened with the taxes and she took half the money, 3/4 of the money. Here I was, thought you were selling your money because you made all this money on Kings of Comedy and you got $1,700 to your name. Why did you believe in love twice? Why did you believe in you could find love again?
Okay, so I want before I say that, because he talked about him being, because he was basically down when he met her. He was coming off of a divorce, a bad divorce, which basically was a rebound. You can tell that situation was type of a rebound shit. He didn't know any better. And so it was a bad divorce. Not bad on the sense of like, basically it just hurt him. And he kind of lost a lot during that divorce. He lost himself in that divorce. And when he looked up, he had only had $1,700 to his name because his accountants and shit was stealing from him. Like he was giving his accountants writing the checks to pay the IRS for taxes, and they was just keeping the money. And then he found out after the accountant died, one of the guys died or whatever. And so he found out that way. And so he's going through this, then he's going through the divorce and all this shit, splitting up assets. And so that weighed a lot on him. And so Shannon Sharpe is asking him, after you go through that, why do you believe in love again? Like, why not just throw in the towel? Why do you believe in love? And this is Steve's answer.
Because of my mom and daddy. My mom and daddy was married 64 years. I saw what it looked like.
Right.
I saw what it looked like when it was hard, when it was good. I watched a man honor a woman. I've never seen nobody love nobody like my daddy loved my mom. That boy with that 3rd grade education, my mama taught my daddy how to read and write. I never seen nobody love nobody like Slick Harvey loved Eloise Vera. He'll kill you about her.
I'm gonna go back a little bit.
My mom and daddy was married 64 years. I saw what it looked like.
So he comes from a family. He comes from a family where his mother and father were together and they were married for 64 years, his mother and father. He comes from a loving family. So you got to think, Steve Harvey ain't no little 20-year-old saying, oh, this. Steve Harvey is a man from the old school with old school values. Steve Harvey is traditional. You know how y'all be saying, oh, I want a traditional woman. I want a traditional woman. Women need to be more traditional. You got to be a traditional man. And this is the way men thought back in those days. Steve Harvey is the epitome of a traditional man. Right? Y'all want traditional women, right? Y'all don't like modern women, right? Y'all be metrosexuals, bro. Straight up. Y'all complain. On one hand, you complain about modern women, but you don't want to be traditional men. What Steve said in that clip is how traditional men think, and you have to use your brain. Steve Harvey is 60-something years old, 66 years old, and he comes from a family where he had a positive representation of his mother and a positive representation of his father, and that's what he saw growing up. What about that makes you a simp? Why? Because he had he had a woman that he could look at and say his representation of womanhood was good women. Oh, is it because your mama was a piece of shit? Right? Your mama was a piece of shit, and your daddy wasn't in your mama life, and your daddy was this, and your daddy was that. And your mama was on drugs, or your mama was abusive, or your mama was a hoe, or your mama was on welfare, or your mama was verbally abusing you, and your mama didn't believe in you. He didn't come from that. So that's not his representation of women. Your mother is the first teacher. And basically how you see your mother is how you see the world. Thank God I love my mother. Now, my mama used to kick my ass when I did something wrong. Sometimes she got a little too brutal with it. You know how they used to do back in the day? They'd skin your ass alive if you do some weird shit. My mom used to tear my ass up. But one thing about my mom always loved me. My mom always spoke life into me. My mom always cherished me. My mom always made me believe that I can do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. My mom always took good care of me. My mom always showed me that there was more to life than being in the streets and being a fucking this and this and this and that. My mom showed me how to get money and, you know, all that shit. My mom was very supportive in everything that I've ever wanted to do. She just would get in your ass if you violate. That's the only thing about my mom. My mama would get in. Well, she, you know, and then back then, though, people didn't really know any better because that's what their moms did. You know, we only a couple generations from slavery, really, right? And so that was just the way to do it. You see, now things are changing once people become connected and through the internet and seeing different ways to go about shit and see different ways to parent and different styles and things that align. But back then, you just did what you thought was the best. If your child fuck up, you wear their ass out. See, but my mom never verbally abused me. My mom never really put me in a situation to where like I had to go without. Like I know we ain't always having this shit, but you know, my mom always made sure I had, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate my mom because she didn't baby me. I'm not no fucking mama's boy. My mom hold me accountable. My mom taught me how to be independent, think for myself. She held me accountable. She taught me, she was the one that taught me if you know, you are the ruler of your destiny. If something happens to you, it's more than likely your fault. You need to change the things, change the way that you think, change the people that you associate with, change your decisions. You are the sum of your decisions. My mom taught me that. That's why I'm hell bent on taking accountability or responsibility. When I got in trouble, if I was with a group of people, I couldn't come home to my mom and say, oh, well, it was them. No, my mom ain't want to hear that shit. No, it's you. You control if you get in that stolen car or not. You control if you jump on the back of that stolen bike with that boy. You control that. Don't come to me talking about what somebody else led you to do. My mom used to tell me, you know, when you follow people, this is what my mom told me. My mom beat this into my head. When you follow people, you're going to end up following somebody to your grave. I'm going to say that again. My mom used to tell me all the time when I was a kid. She said, Andre, if you follow people, if you're a follower, you'll eventually follow someone to your grave. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of woman that I look up to. That was my first teacher of seeing a woman. You see what I'm saying? She didn't baby me. She didn't coddle me or none of that shit. She took good care of me. She looked after me. She spoke life into me. She made me believe that I was handsome. I could do whatever I wanted to do. She support me now, like regardless of what my reputation is online. My mom still support my shit. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't have a shitty mother, bro. So you can't blame him if their idea of women is good women. My grandmother was very good to me. My aunts was very good to me. The women in the immediate, when I can look and I can see the immediate women that's, I want to say role models, but authorities in my life, from my grandmother, my mom, my aunts, all treated me very good, and they're all good people. Not saying they may not have had their bullshit in life, but from what I seen from them was, you know, I didn't see women that was physically abusive or verbally abusing their kids or neglected their kids or chose men over their kids. I didn't see that growing up. You know, yeah, we from the hood or, you know, this and this and that, but that's not what I saw. So when I look at women, I don't see what y'all be seeing. when I do, the things that I do see is from my personal experiences and seeing, you know, getting into the world and dating, so I can say that exists. But I don't have this view of, oh, bitches ain't shit. Typically when you look, just how a woman, her view of men is based on her father, the same holds true for a man. So a lot of these guys, actually a lot of these content creators who talk this shit, these bitches ain't shit, and I don't want to say bitches ain't shit, because bitches ain't shit, but you know, women are everything though. But who talk this, they have this like deep-rooted disdain and hatred for women. Ask them how they feel about their mom. Ask them their perspective of their mother, and that'll tell you everything. It's the same way as a woman's representation of men is through her father. A man's representation of women, the way he see women, is based on his mother. And let's be real, there's a lot of shitty mothers out here. It's a lot of shitbag mothers. There's a lot of shitty mothers. We know that. But the point is, I said all that to say, is how you gonna be mad at Steve Harvey because he don't view the world? His experience with women wasn't your experience with women. That man has been married for the last, since I don't know how long, with a woman who treats him good. That's what all y'all want, right? A woman who serves him, a woman who's submissive to him, a woman who speaks life into him, a woman who helps him, a woman who contributes. That's what all y'all want, right? Why does that make him a simp? Y'all sound crazy, bro. Let me finish though.
I saw what it looked like when it was hard, when it was good. I watched a man honor a woman. I've never seen nobody love nobody like my daddy loved my mom. That boy with that 3rd grade education, my mama taught my daddy how to read and write. I never seen nobody love nobody like Slick Harvey loved Eloise Vera. He'll kill you about her. And he embedded that in me and my 2 brothers. Anybody say anything about your mama, get that ass right there, right then. If you can't get that ass, come to this house, get your brothers, but go back and get that ass. She off limits. Ain't no jokes about your mama, ain't no nothing. That carried me to this day, man. You can't say nothing about Eloise Vera Harvey. She off limits, man. We ain't playing them games.
Right.
You start that your mama shit up at the school, we finna fight. When they was suspending me for fighting, my daddy said, what was you fighting for? I said, he said something about mama. He said, oh, okay.
Now, let me ask y'all a question. Everybody that's watching in the chat. And for the people who disagree with me, you can speak up. I don't care. Speak up. Is his daddy a simp? Was his daddy a simp? Press 1. Press 2. Press 2 if you believe his daddy was a simp. Press 1 if you believe his daddy was not a simp, based on what he said. Was Steve Harvey's dad a simp for that? For taking care of his woman? Is Steve Harvey's dad a simp? Listen, I'm not an unhealthy, I'm very healthy, I'm very sane. Press 1 if Steve Harvey's dad is not a simp. Press 2 if Steve Harvey's dad is a simp. I used to always get suspended for fighting for jokes about my mom in school. I done got in trouble about that before too. But you know, the first time I didn't get in trouble, but it only happened one time. It only happened one time. I beat on this, I put the pause on this nigga. She was talking shit about my mom, right? I went home, I got in trouble. And you know what my mom told me? She was like, what are you going to throw your life away because somebody said something about me? She was like, I don't give a fuck about what no fucking 9-year-old say about me. Like, I don't know him. I don't care about that. People gonna always talk shit about you. That's what mom taught me. People gonna always talk shit about you. Let people talk. They don't know me and I don't know him. I don't even care. She was like, that ain't the type of shit you want to be. If you're gonna get in trouble, be in trouble about something. Not no bullshit like that. You know, and shout out to my mom for that. But she was like, don't be fucking getting in trouble about what nobody say about what no 9-year-old say. I don't give a fuck about what no 9-year-old say about me. Just imagine how my life would be if I cared about what a 9-year-old think. And to me, my 9-year-old self, my 10-year-old self, that made a lot of sense. Yeah, it don't even matter. My mama don't even know you. You know? But Yeah, I want to know if there's people in here that think that Steve Harvey's dad is a simp based on that. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? I thought so, bro. I thought so. A lot of this shit, these dudes, these niggas goofy. A lot of these niggas goofy. And a lot of these dudes have unhealthy relationships with the women in their life, and they have unhealthy relationships with their mothers. But that's based on who they are. Now, you can't control the mother you have, but you can control the women that you allow into your life. And the same way you tell women, when women say, all men are dogs, all men ain't shit, and you say, well, you need to pick better men. I'm going to say the same thing to you when you talk about women. It's the women that pick better women, bro. Now, are there women who dirt bags and shitty? Yes. I wake up and live to teach you how to avoid women like that, and to teach you how to see women like that so you can avoid it. And also how to do good by the women that's good in your life so you don't have to worry about dealing with those type of women. I'm not saying shit bag women don't exist in droves, because they do. But there are good women as well. There are women who are not like that as well. And if all you have been dealing with and dating is the shit bags, then the answer is more than likely in the mirror, my brother. You see what I'm saying? And I'm a God's honest truth, bro. It's not like when I was younger, I was a dirtbag, meaning I lived my life on some dirtbag shit, like being a criminal, basically a scourge to society, right? So there's no secret to why I was attracted to certain types of women. It's not that I didn't run into good women. I just didn't appreciate it. I'm gonna be the first to say that. I can't say, in hindsight, I can't sit here and say, oh, it ain't no good women. Good women ain't this and this, it ain't. All women is hoes. They always be hoes and this and this and that. Yeah, that's who I was choosing to entertain, because I was overlooking the good ones, or I was playing on the good ones, or they was boring, or I didn't appreciate what the stability that good women bring, the peace and stability that good women bring. I didn't appreciate that when I was younger. I can accept accountability, and I can say that. You know, but a lot of dudes, they can't accept accountability, and all they see is the bullshit that they chose to see. You see? And this is the crazy part about it, though. This is the crazy thing about it. Most of these guys, most of these content creators who preach this bullshit to you have women in their lives that they live for. Facts. And instead of teaching you how to get what they got, they poison you and sell you bullshit, bro. That's what I don't like. They sell you bullshit. These dudes, man, it's dudes that would say, man, don't get married, don't get married, don't get married, and they married. Don't have kids with a single mom. Don't date single moms, and they date single moms. It's content creators that's like they'll tell you that. And they married to a single mom. What they call them, grifters. You know, I'm about to carve out my own lane and stay in my own lane. I'm about to disassociate myself from all that bullshit. Because people associate me with that, and I ain't none of that. I be seeing my comments, oh, you the realest red pill dude ever. I ain't no fucking, man, I'm about to block your bitch ass. People associate me with that. Oh, don't associate me with that bullshit.
He embedded that like, okay, how he felt about your mother, his wife. You carried that with your.
I just saw it, man. I went, wow, that's how you do it. And so
you
I
never had that
tried it.
before. In all your relationships before in the marriages, you never had that. What he had with your mom, you never had that.
My first marriage, I got married when I was 24. I wasn't the man my daddy was.
Okay.
I was trying to do something he was doing, and I ain't had equipment for it.
Okay.
I ain't know.
That's fucking called accountability right there. I'm going to play that back, and I want y'all to hear what he just said. He didn't get up here and say, women ain't shit because I failed my ex-wife and this and she this and women are horrible. He looked in the mirror. This is why Steve is one of the most successful men. This is why Steve Harvey is one of the most successful men on the planet. Probably one of the most, especially amongst black men. This is why, because he takes accountability. I want to show you guys what accountability looks like real quick. Let me run that back for you guys. I'm gonna run that back real quick.
He embedded that like, okay, how he felt about your mother, his wife. you carried that with your.
I just saw it, man. I went, wow, that's how you do it. And
And
so
you
I
never had that
tried it.
before. In all your relationships before in the marriage, you never had that. What he had with your mom, you never had that.
My first marriage, I got married when I was 24.
Too
I
young.
wasn't the man my daddy was.
Okay.
I was trying to do something he was doing and I ain't had equipment for it.
Okay.
I ain't know how to problem solve,
Okay.
navigate, negotiate. I didn't know how to shut up in the argument.
Right.
I was just losing arguments because I kept them going.
Right.
I messed that up.
Most men blame women. I wasn't the man that my daddy was at the time, bro. So I couldn't do what he did because I didn't have the tools to do what he did. That's called accountability, bro. That's how you grow. But when you sit and you blame other people for your shit, oh, it's the bitch, it's this, it's that. You think picking another bitch is gonna solve your problems, and it ain't, because the new bitch gonna be exactly like the old one was. You see what I'm saying? He asked me, is it all right to date a single mom if she's a good woman? Let me tell you, dog, listen, man, guys, listen. Live for you and what's congruent in your heart. I'm not saying be stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't do dumb shit. But if you meet a girl and she got a kid from a previous relationship that she was with this dude 10 years and this girl treats you good, if you don't have a problem with that, don't live for what people say on the internet. Now, if you are a type of man that says, you know what, I'm not taking care of nobody's kids, nobody else's kids, I want my own family, and that's in your heart, then live true to your heart. There's nothing absolutely wrong with that. You're not wrong for saying, I don't want to deal with nobody with kids because I don't want to, I want my own family, or, I don't want a pre-made family. I don't want a ready-made family. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I don't mind if a woman has kids. I'll date a woman with kids. I don't care about stuff like that. It don't make you wrong either way. What I'm trying to tell y'all is to stop living for what these lying ass dudes be telling y'all. They be lying. They will tell you don't date single mothers, and they married to a single mother. Don't live for the way, because you can't live for what I like. Do what you like. That's what I'm saying. So if it's in your heart, to say, you know what, a woman with a kid is too much baggage, there's too much bullshit, and I want my own family, I don't want a blended family, you are 100% right about that. You don't have to do that. But for you to ask me, is it all right to date a single woman, if she's a good woman? It's all right if that's what you want to do, bro. Y'all are like the real NPCs. Y'all are robots, bro. Y'all are robots. Y'all live based on what content creators, who's more than likely lying and faking the fraud, y'all live for what they be saying. And y'all don't even check their backgrounds. Steve's still playing in his feelings and trying to prove himself. He is the man. Eve. I don't know that about that one, Nelly. Steve, that dude. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. The stats prove Steve, that dude. Listen. Shout out to the Twitch gang too. I employ everybody who want to be successful. Start listening to people who have the life that you want. I just say that. If you want to be successful and have hundreds of millions of dollars with a loving family, with a woman who pours into you and loves you dearly and loves you greatly and is loyal to you and keeps you out of bullshit and makes you a better person and brings you peace, watch the man that has that. If that's what you want, Steve Harvey actually has that. The shit that everybody say that they want, Steve Harvey has that. I don't know what y'all talking about. Steve Harvey winning. Y'all are the miserable ones. Just saying. I like Steve Harvey. I've always liked Steve Harvey since I was a kid. And if I felt like Steve Harvey was on some sucker shit or some buster shit, I'd say that. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just giving you the backdrop of why Steve Harvey thinks the way that he thinks. Let's continue.
Second one.
But again, guys.
He said something about mama. He said, okay.
He embedded that. Okay.
I was trying to do something he was doing and get that ass. She off limits.
Hold up.
He embedded that, like, okay, how he felt about your mother, his wife.
So let me ask you something, Neil. You my dude. why wouldn't you listen to his relationship advice? We'll chop it up at the end of this, Neil, but I don't want to keep going. I want to finish playing this, but I want to hear you. I want to show you guys what accountability looks like again. This is what accountability looks like. Hey, you know what? I ain't had the tools I wasn't the man that my daddy was, bro. And I can admit that at 24 years old. And so I couldn't do what he did because I didn't have what he had. I wasn't that type of dude yet. That's called accountability. And accountability is the only way you're going to grow. Y'all say that y'all tell the women they need accountability, right? This is what accountability looks like.
You carried that with your.
I just saw it, man. I went, wow, that's how you do it. And
And
so
you
I
never had that
tried it.
before. In all your relationships before in the marriages, you never had that. What he had with your mom, you never had that.
My first marriage, I got married when I was 24.
Too
I
young.
wasn't the man my daddy was.
Okay.
I was trying to do something he was doing and I ain't had the equipment for it.
Okay.
I ain't know how to problem solve, navigate, negotiate. I didn't know how to shut up in the argument.
Right.
I was just losing arguments because I kept them going.
Right.
I messed that up. The second one, yeah, that one right there, dog. That's just need another drink. I just said I don't do two, but you got me in here now. You got me in here deep, Shannon.
Oh, so okay. The second one, obviously that was the worst one. Normally, after a really, really bad traumatic experience, you're like, I'm done with this. It ain't for me.
I was. Let me tell you something, man. When I got divorced in 2005, I was living in Trump Towers in New York
Right.
on 48th and 1st.
Yep.
I said, after that, this is what I'm finna do. I had learned about private jet travel.
So he talking about he about to get into his divorce and how he was like he about to run through all his holes. Check this out. I appreciate the fact that you encourage people to think and do what's best for themselves. We need more leaders. We need more leaders, bro. Do what works for you. Don't be stupid. See, I give you the tools so you can make the right decisions. I ain't never say, oh, don't date a single mother. I ain't never tell you that. But I did say, watch out for this, watch out for this, watch out for this. And I did say, live to what's congruent in your heart. Because if you live for what I say, or if you live for what, I don't know, AMS say, or Rolo Tomasi say, if you live the way that they live, you're going to be unhappy because you're not them. You know, don't ever be stupid. Live to what's congruent in your heart. You know, but I need you guys to start thinking and living for yourself.
And stuff by the end, even though I ain't had no money, I just signed this other contract trying to get back from that 1,700. I said, I'm going to put bus schedules on my walls. I'm going to have arrival and departure times.
Right.
That's how many women I'm finna roll up in here in 60B. Bus schedules, arrival and departure times. I'm finna roll them up in here on a continuous basis. I'm finna live my best life. God said, no, you ain't.
Oh, I was going to say, you about to be Nick Cannon before Nick Cannon did, huh?
Nick is different. Nick is, I know where the drugstore at.
That's crazy.
So you was like, okay.
He said, you about to be Nick Cannon. He said, I know where the drugstore at. He said, Nick Cannon be, man. Nick Cannon.
I'm sorry, I don't want to say, sorry, Nick.
You said, okay.
Nick, I don't know where that came from, Nick. I swear to God. It's a Kevin Hart prank. I didn't mean to say that. I don't even know. Did I just say I know where the drugstore at?
You just said that.
I don't even know where that.
For those that's tuning in, this viral clip that's been going around about Steve, we just playing the whole context. I'm a fan of Steve. I've been a fan of Steve since I was a kid. And so whenever Steve do an interview, I listen to it because Steve has a lot of wisdom to share. And I actually want the life that Steve has. So I'm going to listen to the people who I want to be like. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just playing that little clip, that minute clip. I'm playing the whole context of it. That's all. It's for the people that's just joining. That's what we're doing right now.
That came from, man. See, that's that gift that just found.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was the plan.
How did you and Marjorie reconnect?
God said, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not finna do that. You finna get yourself together. Now, you done lost everything twice.
Twice.
You want to do it again? You want to do it again or you want to see what I got for you?
You like a cat, Steve.
The day after my divorce, I went to Vegas.
Okay.
I'm gambling. My bodyguard Boomerang on the phone talking to this girl named Sharon in Memphis. He asked about Marjorie. He said, Marjorie doing pretty good now? And I hadn't talked to her in years.
Right.
Boom tapped me on my shoulder and said, hey man, I got a phone call. I said, dog, I'm gambling. You know, I don't talk to nobody. He said, no, dog, you need to take this phone call. So I thought something was wrong. So I got her from the roulette table. I said, hello. She said, boy, what you want? I said, Marjorie? She said, yeah. So I just said, so how your punk ass husband doing? First thing I said. Because he's a punk ass dude to me. I still hold strong to that one. I've never retracted that statement.
Okay.
I said, how your punk ass husband doing? Because I had heard she had got married.
Right.
She said, boy, I've been divorced 3 years.
Uh-oh. Light bulb go off? You start smiling?
I'm talking about, man, like a head, like a halogen light bulb, and they hadn't even been invented then. Ding! I ended up going to Memphis, met her for lunch. She told me about her divorce. I said, I'm divorced too. She said, boy, shut up lying. Because it hadn't went public.
Right.
And she said, shut up, I know you got married again. And I said, no. She didn't really believe it. It took me 2 weeks to convince her. We talked on the phone that New Year's Eve. She was in Hawaii with her kids. I'm on the phone with her all night, man. Just remembering stuff. Hadn't seen her. In Valentine's Day, 2006, she came to New York. That was it, dog.
She ain't left your side since.
No. And God said, that arrival and departure sign, you're going to take that down off the wall.
Wow.
I showed it to you one time. You didn't get it then. And after her, man, I mean, really, you look at my career and my life after her, it's just been a rocket shot.
You credit her.
Now listen, I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to pay attention. Again, Steve Harvey got what a lot of y'all want. Steve Harvey have what a lot of y'all want. A woman who provides you value, who brings you peace, who contributes, who's submissive and serves you, right? And allow you the room to be a be worth hundreds of millions of dollars and to support you every step of the way and make life easier for you. Steve Harvey have the life that all y'all want. So, you know, if that makes him a simp, then I guess I'm a simp too, because I want the same type of life. You understand what I'm saying? I guess that makes me a simp too. But we about to get into that statement that he made. He about to start getting into that. Once he start showing appreciation to his wife.
In my life after her, it's just been a rocket shot.
You credit her.
Hold up.
For everything that we see Steve Harvey sitting here.
That arrival and departure sign, you're going to take that down off the wall.
Wow.
I showed it to you one time. You didn't get it then. And after her, man, I mean, really, you look at my career and my life after her, it's just been a rocket shot.
You credit her. For everything that we see Steve Harvey sitting here today, you credit her for that. The man that you became, the way you dress, the way you talk, the things that you have going on great in your life. You said, that woman over there.
Because I know what it is. Now, a lot of dudes won't do that. And I understand that. You want to get your shine on, you this and you that. Yeah, but I was.
That's real. A lot of dudes don't give the women in their life credit for whatever reason. Y'all done heard me say 1,000 times on here, man. There's a lot of stuff that y'all see. You know, women gave me the ideas. Hey, do it like this. Hey, do it like this. Set it up like this. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not scared to give people credit for helping me. A lot of people don't give the people in their life the credit, whether it be their women, their children, their assistant, or whoever, right? But, you know, when you're a man, when you're a real dude and you live to, you know, you live in your truth and you live to what's incongruent in your heart and you not scared of what people think or say about you, it's easy to give people, it's easy to give your, you know, give your woman her bone for having your back and to supporting you and helping you. There's nothing wrong with that. That I'm trying to figure out how that make you a simp, bro, for taking care of a woman who take care of you. Y'all niggas goofy, bro. Y'all niggas goofy.
I was that before, and I wasn't this or that.
Right.
I was a comedian before.
Right. It her. For everything that we see Steve Harvey sitting here today, you credit her for that. The man that you became, the way you dress, the way you talk, the things that you have going on great in your life. You said that woman over there.
Because I know what it is. Now, a lot of dudes won't do that. And I understand that. You want to get your shine on, you this and you that. Yeah, but I was that before, and I wasn't this or that.
Right.
I was a comedian before.
Right.
I was a TV star before. So you tell me what the difference is.
Check now. Listen to what he said. Before my wife came into my life, I was a TV star before. I was a comedian before. I was all this before. But after her, boom, I take it to the next level. So you tell me what it is. What is it? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes scared to do that. I was already what y'all say I was before I met her. And when he met her, listen, man, the right people in your life can give you the tools that you need. Take me, for example. Or let's just say, like, use a guy like Steve Harvey. Or let's just say, take me. Like, there are, you know, I can be rough around the edges. I could be a guy who's rough around the edges. I could be a guy who's more hardcore or 0 to 100 or, you know, brutal with the tongue and all this shit. But that's not attractive to a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? And you can't, not that you can't grow like that, but you will get more reach by putting honey on your message, by, you know, packaging your message in a way that people can receive you. There, with that being said, I deal with a woman who, when I met her, just like rough. I don't want to say I wasn't as compassionate, but because I've always been a compassionate person, but in dealing with her and how soft and sensitive she is, I have to communicate with her a little bit different. What that helped me do was refine myself so when I give my message, more people can be received by me, if that makes sense. Just in dealing with it, just in the way that I talk to and communicate with her, it helps me communicate with other people better. You understand what I'm saying? Just when you hear people say stuff like, oh, well, she helped me do this or she made me better in that way, it could be just something small like that. And that's not even something that's small. It's real shit. You got a person who like with my kid's mom, for example, like me and my kid's mom is a more, she can handle it. My kid's mom can handle me how she can deal with that, right? But the woman that I deal with now is more like softer, more, you see what I'm saying? So you have to approach, in order to communicate effectively, you have to put honey on the message, right? So it can hit, so it could connect. That's good game. Good communication is called good game, right? So I know how to adapt. But in doing this a lot and being like this a lot, it helped me the way that I communicate with y'all, bro. Right? Give you another example. Like in dealing with my kid's mom, like she will make sure that your environment is neat. Like you have to be, like with my kid's mom, like you have to be neat and organized and shit. She like can't even function. That helped me when I'm doing my live streams and shit. That helped me be more organized and be more streamlined and shit like that. Just in dealing with her and having to deal with her to not necessarily appease her, but to coexist peacefully with her, you know, all these years, because I'm a junk box, bro. Like I'm a tornado. I'm the type of guy, I come in your house, I'm like a tornado. But in dealing with my kid's mom, that type of shit makes her anxious. So in order to get along with her in a situation, I have to be more organized and more streamlined, all the way down to the way that I do my podcast. If you listen to my podcast, it's very organized. Like if I show you the notes and the talking points, it's very organized and it's very meticulous. I learned that from my kid's mom, bro. Just in dealing with her and learning how to connect with her, like in order to get along. So I can attribute that to a woman. I can attribute the way that I communicate effectively with y'all and not be so rude and fucking crash. And this is just, go back and listen to my shit last year. How I used to be talking to y'all. You see what I'm saying? Go back and listen to it now. Dealing with that woman taught me how to be more, I don't know the word for it, bro, but it helps me. And it helps me make more money. It helps me connect with more people. It helps my message spread further. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was a rough with my tongue, bro. So a lot of dudes don't appreciate shit like that. And they don't know how to attribute that to the people that they fuck with. I will though. And I give everybody their props. You see what I'm saying? But I went on this long rant, but this is basically what Steve is doing right now. Let me go back a little bit.
You want to get your shine on, you this and you that. Yeah, but I was that before, and I wasn't this or that.
Right.
I was a comedian before.
Right.
I was a TV star before. So you tell me what the difference is. It got to be her.
Right.
Because for the first time, man, I had peace at my house.
Oh.
When you got peace at the crib, dog, you can plug in your battery pack and get rejuvenated to go out here and deal with the rest of this shit you got to go deal with.
Right.
Because hey, man, you know, you want to get your shine.
I'm going to go back. A lot of y'all don't even know what that look like or know what that feel like or know how powerful that type of peace and stability is. A lot of y'all don't even know what that look like because you didn't have it at home growing up, and no bitch that ever fuck with you you ain't never had no peaceful woman that can help you charge when you come home. So when you hear him say stuff like this, you call him a simp. This man got what y'all want. All the shit that y'all want, he got. This is the part of the clip they're not showing you. So when he say what he say, this is why he's saying that. Why would I ask my woman what she bring to the table? I already know. I'm the man. I got the value. I get to decide who sit at my table. I just had this conversation with y'all 2 weeks ago, bro. I just had the same conversation with y'all 2 weeks ago about saying that stupid shit to women and about how you supposed to know what's going on and you supposed to fucking pick and choose who sit at your table based on who they are. You supposed to know what you want already. We just had the same conversation. Now all of a sudden he a simp because he came out and said it. But this is just the backdrop. I'm gonna play that piece again for y'all though, because I want to run it through y'all head.
You this and you that. Yeah, but I was that before, and I wasn't this or that.
Right.
I was a comedian before.
Right.
I was a TV star before. So you tell me what the difference is. It got to be her.
Right.
Because for the first time, man, I had peace at my house.
Oh.
When you got peace at the crib, dog, you can plug in your battery pack and get rejuvenated to go out here and deal with the rest of this shit you got to go deal with.
Right.
Because hey, man, you know, them folks out there, they not finna change.
Mm-mm.
Racism out there.
Right.
It's on TV. It's on the internet. It's alive and well. She would give me the juice and the charge I needed to go back out there. She encouraged me. She told me I was something when I felt bad. She gave me but we was at the house laughing, having a good time, man. Mm-hmm. If you look at since 2000, we got married in 2007. If you look at from 2007, I got Family Feud in 2009. Mm-hmm. The book came out 2009. Miss Universe after that. The talk show after that. Little Big Shots after that. The Judge show. The radio show got big after that. 4 books later, the movie came out, Think Like a Man. All this after that. What else is it? I just locked in with this chick, man, and she gave me a lot of good advice, man. She made me see things in a different way. And it was her, man, and it's okay, man. It's people don't want.
That's like, how is that a simp? The man got everything y'all want. That man got the type of woman that all y'all want. I bet y'all don't play that part. Play that part, fellas. That man got everything all y'all want. Now, again, let me go deeper into something what I was saying earlier. When you deal with a certain caliber of person, and that's not just women, even with children. If you're involved in your children, you know, fellas with their daughters or with their sons, or, you know, if you have a loving woman, it shapes you and it stabilizes you. Give you a prime example. You could have been the most cowardice of cowards your whole life. But when you have boys that need strength, you find that courage because you need to show up for them. You find that bully, you find that strength to overcome fear because you have to teach it to them. And when you going through life, when you going through your life, instilling these values into your children, right? When you're going through your life and you're instilling these values into your children, it starts to become, it makes you a better person. It gives you more courage. You see what I'm saying? Just like when a man has a daughter, you see when men have daughters, especially guys who are wild and, fuck these hoes, this and this and that. When you start dealing with your daughter, you have to approach your daughter differently, and it brings out a side of you that balances you out. And this is basically upgrading your character, and it's adding to your character. The same way with dealing with a certain type of woman. When you have a woman who's soft, who's loving and nurturing, if you love and you care for this woman and she's providing you value, you have to approach her a different type of way. And this will bring you the stability that can make you more appealing and attractive to everybody else. He's basically saying the woman made me more attractive just in dealing with her, and the way that I had to deal with her and the skills that I needed to deal with her and my family and to get them to where they need to be. It made me more attractive in business. It made me more attractive on TV. I started to get movie deals, book deals, and all type of shit. I started to dress better. I started to speak different. I started to speak in a way that people can understand me. I started to appeal to more type of people, all based on dealing with this type of person. A good woman can bring that out of you. A good woman can be a stabilizer. A good woman can bring you the peace in your home that you need to recharge and grow. It's one thing to live alone. That's peace. That's peace. When you live alone, that's peace. Yeah, I get that. But there's a different type of peace when you have a peaceful woman. That's a different level of peace. It's like a recharging battery. And a lot of you guys won't ever experience that, but a lot of you guys have never experienced that. And so you don't even know what that's like. You don't even know what that looks like. What he's saying to you sounds foreign because you didn't grow up like that and you've never had that in your home because of what you've been dealing with. Now, if you listen to the game, if you listen to what I tell you, I teach you how to get that. Every day I wake up and put out videos to teach you how to get that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? But the value is not always tangible. Value is not always tangible. You can have value and you can have things that are assets that actually make you better that's not tangible, that you can't physically see. On Fresh and Fit, they always ask women, well, what's the type of value you bring to the table that's tangible? And shout out to Fresh and Fit, but that's a loaded question. Because a lot of the times the type of value that women can bring that's tangible is only sex. And so if you asking that question, then you can say, okay, well, the women don't really have no value. But I'm sitting here breaking this type of shit down. I'm breaking the game down to you. When you deal with a certain type of woman, the qualities that it bring out of you, the inspiration that it gives you, the drive that it gives you, the environment that it gives you to grow and be, that's not something tangible. You can't like trade that as currency, but it's very real and it's very effective. Verbal abuse, when somebody's verbally abusing you and saying wicked shit to you, bringing you down, that's not tangible, but it's real and it's effective, right? The same way positivity can be, valuable. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful when you watch stuff. And if you're young and impressionable, you may see it Fresh and Fit. And again, shout out to this ain't no knock at them, but I want to put things into full perspective. They always ask those girls, well, what do you bring to the value? You got it. What do you bring to the table? And you got to say something that's tangible. A lot of the times, women's value is rooted in intangible, and it's just as important as tangible values. This is called balance, bro. You see what I'm saying? So that question be loaded. But a lot of those chicks are not like quick-witted like that to even understand what be going on. And so they just get back in the corner and they just be like, well, sex. And so it's like, okay, see, I told you women ain't shit and all this shit. But man, good women, bro. When good women is like the catalyst. Good women are the staple of society, and I think that instead of focusing on the bitches who ain't shit, we need to make ourselves better as men, and we need to focus on ourselves better as men and add value to our character and love ourselves and demand respect, demand good treatment, demand servitude, demand all this shit, and not, fall into the bitches who ain't. And women will follow suit, bro. Every man get his house in order. Women, I'm a living testament of that. Women will follow suit. I don't care where they at or where they come from. You understand what I'm saying? But I went on that long ago rant.
I want to do that. Now, I know they tired of hearing me saying, but what you want me to say? Shit, I ain't got nothing else for you. Shit, it wasn't just all me.
Right.
She gave me the mindset to be me. And that's crazy, man. It's like there's a dude named Nuri Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had my phone, man. You could hear what this dude said about relationships. It's the coldest thing. He said, other than your relationship with God, who you choose to spend the rest of your life with is the single most important decision you will ever make. Because your other half will either your other half will be your better half or make you half of what you could be. Wow. She will either inspire you to greatness or reduce you to mediocrity. And then he went on to talk about, he quoted Minister Louis Farrakhan, and then at the end of it, he said, so choose wisely. And that was the first time, man, that I'd ever chose wisely. And
that was accountability. That was the first time that I have ever chose wisely. And you can look at Steve Harvey from when he got married, and you can actually see, based on the things, the value that he said his wife provides him, you can actually see him go from being broke and paying the IRS millions of dollars to being worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You can actually see it. How the fuck can you argue? You can't argue with that. How can you argue with that? Let me tell you guys something else. Look at all the most successful men on the planet. All the most successful men on the planet. Even your favorite red pill coach. They don't show you this stuff. Look at all the most successful. I'm talking about, and I ain't talking about no dude that's worth a couple $100,000. So take the red pill coaches out of it. Even the ones that got $1 million or $2 million. Look at them. I'm talking about the guys that's worth billions of dollars, the guys that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Man, those guys have women in their lives that provide them a level of peace and stability that you ain't gonna be able to find nowhere else, bro. There's no secret that all of these guys, Russell Branson, Grant Cardone, Patrick Bet-David, Thatch Wynn, all these guys, all these mega millionaires and billionaires, and Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates, and all these guys have something stable at home, bro. Now, is that to say that some of these situations don't turn bad? Yes, they do. They do. But if you look at the most wealthiest guys on the planet, if you look at the guys with all the money, it's one common fucking denominator. And it's nothing to even argue about. That's not even no debate. So don't even shout out to Fresh and Fit. They got you think that it ain't women behind them? Now, Myron is a different case, man. Myron is a robot. That nigga, Myron is a hard. Myron go hard. Myron gonna be successful regardless. But Myron have women helping him. Myron have a woman or women or whatever. They all deal with women, bro. When Myron had to sit shit with the girl who tried to say he was the bitch that tried to like put a baby on him and shit, the way that he was talking online, he wasn't talking to that girl like that. He was talking to her level-headed. I want y'all to go listen to that. Y'all think that y'all have to be, that's entertainment. Listen to the way that he was talking to that girl who tried to put the baby on him. He wasn't old bimbo and all this shit. Nah, he was communicating with her effectively. You know where that comes from? Having good people, having good women in your life, learning how to talk to women, having that level of care. So I want you guys to start watching stuff like that. Pay attention to shit like that, but all the most successful guys on the planet, all of them, they all have peace and the stability that women bring. That balance that makes you more attractive to the world, that makes you more attractive to people, that makes you more attractive to opportunity, that balance. Yeah, I'm not saying that masculine edge, that edgy shit can't make you successful. It can, but it's a lot better when it's refined and it's a level of stability. It makes you more attractive and more appealing to everybody else. Again, look at all the wealthiest people in the world. And I'm talking about the guys with the big money, the Grant Cardones, Gary V's, all these guys is worth hundreds of $millions. Patrick Bet-David. A lot of these guys, they holding some real money. Patrick Bet-David just offered Tucker Carlson. It's certain words is be hard for me to say. Tucker Carlson just offered him, Patrick Bet-David just offered him $100 million to work for Valuetainment. Them dudes got a lot of bread, bro. But Patrick Bet-David, he don't hang around men that's not married. He don't hang around with men who do their women wrong and talk bad about. He don't fuck with men like that. He got something good at home that helps him. You see what I'm saying? Men and women, like they say, that one thing I can get to some of them red pill guys, that I can get them kudos for when they say men and women are better together, bro. You understand? And I believe that wholeheartedly. Again, look at the most successful men. There's nothing, it ain't nobody disagreeing with me in the comments because you can't refute that. The most successful men on the planet have good women at home. That is the common denominator. So
it was the best thing because a woman like an elevator button, man, it can take you up or down. If you get the right one, you got something. Mm-hmm. You get the wrong one, but it's like a man to a woman. If you get the right man, you can go somewhere. Right. You get the wrong man, you off. Like I heard you say one time, well, I was laughing so hard. You said you paid for a divorce.
Yeah.
I said, this dude right here was committed.
But see, I want people to think she was getting a divorce already. I didn't break the home up.
I don't
because you know how people take it and run with it.
Yeah.
She was getting a divorce.
And he owed the money.
Right. Right.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
I'm trying to invest in my future.
Right.
See, these dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today. These young boys today, what do she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your...
Now, see, this is how all this conversation started. So I just played y'all the 5 minutes or so leading up to this conversation. So this is where this come from. This is where this explosion come from. I'm going to start it over. So just listen to him.
The hell you mean, man?
A divorce already. I didn't break the home up.
I don't
because you know how people take it and run with it.
Yeah.
She was getting a divorce.
And he owed the money.
Right. Right.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
I'm trying to invest in my future.
Right.
See, these dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today. These young boys today, what do she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got a woman that can come to the table that can make another you.
But this is what I'm saying. Y'all disagree with him, but I just said the same thing. Go back and listen to my show 2 weeks ago. I just said the same thing. Stop asking bitches that goofy ass shit. That shit goofy. Bro, when you listen, you got to understand the mind frame of a solid dude. I'm not worried about what no bitch bring to the table because ain't no bitch gonna be at my table and she garbage. He's not saying, oh, a woman don't have to do anything for you. He's not saying that. They took this clip and that's all you heard. That's why I played the 5 minutes before where he's telling you about all the good things, that all of the value that a good woman can bring. He's showing it, he's telling it to you with his life. This, that. A good woman can be an elevator. What do you mean? What do you bring to she bring to the table? You shouldn't have to ask. If you have a good woman in your life, you don't have to ask her what she brings to the table. If you're a good man, if you're a good solid dude and you have value, ain't no woman gonna be sitting at your table without no value anyway, because you know how to see that. Y'all get caught up in these fucking headlines and shit. That's why I played the whole video with context. He just explained to you the power of a good quality woman. So in that mind frame, he's coming from the mind frame of what the hell you mean? What does she bring to the table? I just told you the last 5 minutes what she brings to the table. On top of the fact that she can replicate you. That's crazy. She can replicate you. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with that. Maybe if I would have only saw that little clip, I probably would have said the same thing. But I actually watched when the day this dropped. I actually watched this whole interview, and I think a lot of you guys should go back and watch it because there's a lot of game in this and there's a lot of inspiration in this. And again, if you're a guy who want to be, you should listen to people. You should listen to people who you want to be like, who you aspire to be like. I'm pretty sure most of you guys in here want to be worth hundreds of $millions with a good woman who's peaceful and provides you value. He has that already. He has it. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck y'all be talking about, bro. You see what I'm saying?
What else she need to slide up to the table with? What about your job? What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children, to have a family? That's our damn job.
But what happens to when the woman tell you, I don't need a man, Steve?
Well, they need to, what? Okay, if you don't, how that's working? You know, how that.
And he said the same thing to women. He said the same thing to women. You talking about you don't need no man. How that working out for you, bitch? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What y'all talking about? Now, let me talk about what Nell talk about. Nell, this is my dude. It's nothing wrong, but he's speaking from a generation on how he was brought up today. Women are totally different. Women are a lot more women are a lot more modern. Let me say this. I'm gonna put it simple. Stop playing in shit and you stop getting shit. Put it like that. Stop meeting bitches at brunches who go to brunch to drink and shit, and all they do is drink and twerk on tables. Stop meeting bitches at pool parties. Stop meeting bitches on fucking in Miami and fucking Houston on vacation, and these fucking fucking freak, these modern age freakniks. Stop meeting bitches in the club. Stop meeting bitches at parties. Stop fucking with Instagram thoughts. Get yourself together, and once you get yourself together, you'll know what a good women at, bro. So all that shit about, oh, women different, y'all different too. Remember what I told you about traditional men? Y'all want traditional women? This is how traditional men think. Every old school dude that I know that's his age think just like that. A man is responsible for the women, the kids, and the man's supposed to provide. All of them think like that. Y'all modern niggas don't think like that though. You see what I'm saying? So I say that to you, Nelly, bro. Like, all of us are different because we've all evolved, but that don't mean good women just went away. You just pay attention to hoes. And I be seeing your shit, Nelly. Your ass be on the scene like a motherfucker. At least when I used to be seeing you, used to be on the scene and all the shit. That's where the bitches that y'all want at. So don't complain when you lay down with dogs and get fleas, bro. Man, when I stop wearing jewelry and start cleaning myself up and stop drinking and smoking and stop going to bars and I started meeting better quality women. When I started to become a better quality person, I started to meet better quality women. And not only did I start to meet better quality women, I start to reflect on the women who were good in my life in the past, but I just didn't appreciate when I made myself a better quality person. And that's what I'm trying to tell you to do. You see what I'm saying? But this is where he was coming from when he said that. And you got to remember, Steve Harvey is a traditional man. If you want traditional women, you have to be a traditional man. This man is 60-something years old. This is how they think. And not only is he a traditional man, he comes from an environment where he saw this. He saw his mother and his dad together in a healthy relationship for 60-something years. So what do you expect? Is that a simp? Is Steve Harvey's dad a simp? No, bro. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better than that. I want y'all to be better. Straight up.
That's working. Who don't need no man?
I'm independent. I can do for myself.
Yeah, but why do you want to? Yeah, okay, you can drop a transmission. You can sandblast your house. But hell, do you want to?
No.
If somebody could get out there and drop this transmission for you and sandblast your house, why don't you go get your nails done? I'm not trying to reduce a woman to nothing else. Be all you can be. But damn, who don't need a man? That's a lie. What man don't need a woman? I tell you what. Try to live without him.
Real talk.
Try to live your life without women.
Real talk.
This ain't about la-di-da, man. This some bullshit without
Real
women.
talk.
If it wasn't for women, what would you?
Try living without women. Real fucking talk. Real talk. Listen, I done been to prison before. I done been in prison. I done been in a world with no women. That shit is for the motherfucking birds. See, a lot of you guys, I like that he said that, because a lot of you guys don't even understand what that's like. You have the luxury to go to work and just smell a woman, and so you take it for granted. Try being in a place to where you can't have no women. And a lot of y'all be like, oh, well, all the wars are fought over women and this and that. Women cause violence and niggas be fighting them. Listen, there are no women in prison, and it's more violent in prison than it is on the streets. I damn near seen more violence when I was locked up in jails and in prison than I did on the streets, bro. Even if you remove the pussy, men are dominant. Men are going to be territorial. Men are going to fight. Men are going to challenge each other. That testosterone, men are competitive. And that competitive sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times breed violence in an uncivilized society. So I don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. That was some real shit. I'm going to play that again. If you think try living without women then. I done live without women, and that shit garbage. That shit suck. That ain't the move. You can call me what you want to call me. I done sat in jail for years before. No women. That shit for the birds. So y'all can act tough and all that shit. And okay. Okay, I bet all y'all still got dating app profiles. I bet all y'all still follow beautiful women on Instagram. That's bullshit, bro. We are designed to be attracted to one another. We are designed to desire one another. We are designed to want validation from one another. We are designed that way. And you will be unhappy. You will spend your days unhappy being unnatural. The unnatural people are, the unhappy they are. Look at all the people in the alphabet community. Those are some of the most miserable, vile people, so much so to where they want to poison children. That's how miserable you have to be, right? But they are far removed from natural. And when you don't live to what's congruent to your nature, you tend to suffer mentally. And so when I realized that some years ago, bitches ain't shit. What the fuck am I being like that for? I actually love women, bro. Like, I'm not finna sit here and act and be something that I'm not. I love women. I'm supposed to. So, you know, when you try to live to what's not natural to who you are, you're gonna suffer mentally. You're gonna suffer attacks, and that's gonna tax you mentally. You know, and them facts.
Aristotle Onassis said it best. He said, if women did not exist, all the money in the world would have no meaning. Dog, women is everything. They catch me out. They the lick, man. But these young boys done forgot it, because these women out here, they've had to be independent because they ain't got the right man.
Okay.
But this system of marriage is still good.
Okay.
This system of a man taking care of a woman, that's really how it's supposed to be. All the rest of it's bullshit, man. And y'all need to quit tricking yourself with this new way of thinking. Because this new way of thinking ain't getting y'all no damn where. I'm sorry.
He basically saying the same thing y'all say. All the people that's calling him simps, he basically saying what y'all saying. Modern women, stop thinking like that. That shit tricking yourself. Fellas, stop tricking yourself. How is he a simp, bro? Y'all just want to shit on people for whatever reason, bro. It's just weird to me. Shit just weird to me, bro. But I don't know, bro. Y'all got to get it together. I hope y'all get it together.
I got in trouble on one time. This group came after me because I said Marjorie belonged to me.
And they said she's not a possession. She's a person. She's a human.
She is. She mine. What is you talking about? She belonged to me, but I got news for you. I'm hers. I belong to her. See, if you don't like that system, carry your punk ass on. Go do something else and let me know how they work out for you. I want to belong to somebody.
Right.
I want somebody to belong to me. I take care of my wife and my family.
Did you ever feel like you belong to somebody? In your previous relationship, did you feel like they belong to you or you belong to them?
Yeah, I did. My first marriage, yeah. I felt that way. I just didn't have the equipment I just wasn't the man I needed to be. Did the best I could. I just came up short. You know, I've apologized to her because it really was my fault. I got married too young.
Right.
You know.
How's your relationship with her now?
I mean, we cool. We cordial.
Right.
You know, we cordial.
Okay.
You know, she gave me 3 beautiful.
All right. That's enough of that. But yeah, man. Hey, listen. I said what I said. I said what I said. Facts. So I would implore a lot of you guys to listen to Steve Harvey a lot more. I'm not saying take every piece of advice he gives, especially with relationships and all that. And you got to think the relationship, the advice that they give, they're not talking about how to deal with dirtbag bitches. They're talking about good women, dealing with good women. Y'all hear advice from people, and then y'all think that they mean apply this to the stripper and shit. He come from dealing with a good woman, so he's giving you advice on how to deal with. You know, he's just basically his perspective from his world. He deal with a good, solid woman, so that's what he means. You guys have to be able to discern from that. Like another example, like with Mr. Lucario. Mr. Lucario, and I'm just saying this is not like to shit on his game or nothing like that, but he's just a prime example because I've used this before. You have to be able to discern the type of, you know, advice. Mr. Lucario has an approach to dating where it's like no tolerance, no bullshit. I ain't trying to kick it with you bitches, you fucking or not. Right. And that works for Lucario because Lucario is married and he has a girlfriend. So Lucario don't got time to kick it. So if you listen to me talk, I don't, you know, that's not my advice because that's not my style. You see what I'm saying? So I'm more so like have a conversation with the chick for 30 minutes or something like that. And so if you hear me and him, you'll be confused, but you have to be able to discern, okay, he's talking like this because that's the way that's his perspective on how he live his life. He don't got time to be chit-chatting and shit. He don't need companionship. He don't need to have a connection with a bitch because he got a connection with his wife and his girlfriend. So he on some is you fucking or not. Whereas my style is a little bit different. I'm saying that to say when you listen to advice from people, you got to be smart enough. Players are smart enough to be able to discern why a person is saying what they're saying, right? Just like I'm smart enough to know that when a lot of these bitter red pill dudes, I'm smart enough to know why they're saying that. You see what I'm saying? I'm smart enough to know why they're saying that, but you have to be able to discern. So when you hear Steve Harvey say, oh, well, you know, give your woman everything and let her talk and all that shit. He's coming from a mind frame of dealing with a woman who gives him everything, who serves him, who speaks life into him, who's been nothing from supportive. That's his life for the last 20-some years. So that's what he's talking about. He's not saying be like that to a fucking stripper or a dirtbag bitch. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got to be smarter than that. That's all I'm saying, bro. I know y'all better than that, and I want y'all to be better than that. But like I said, I would challenge you all to listen to people not because of they speak to your pain. That's cool. You know, when you're going to bed at night, you can listen to throwing one of them hoes or one, I ain't gonna say one of them hoes, throwing one of them women who speaking to your pain and just regurgitating shit and making you feel good. But spend the majority of your time listening to people who you want to be like. Again, Steve Harvey is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and he has a woman who's loyal, down, and he has a woman who's good to him, who brings him peace and who's helped contribute and that loves him. And they operate in love. Steve Harvey has that. So if that's the life you want, I think you should listen to him. That's all I'm saying. You know, I think you should listen to him. That's all I'm saying. But we're going to get on to this. I promise y'all the Steve Crowder thing. We're going to get to the Steve Crowder thing too, but I want to play you guys, take a short little break because I've been on for 2 hours. So I'm going to take a couple minutes break. I'm coming back in 2 minutes, but you know, while I take this little break, commercial break, guys, go follow me on all social media platforms. King Dreism, KINGDREISM, King Dreism on all platforms. What's going on, fellas? I want to talk to you guys about my new course that's coming out, Seduction Mastery. That'll be here May 15th. In this course, I get deep teaching you seduction, and I even get dark. In this course, I go over the 15 plus female personality types and how to seduce each and every one of them. I have 10 plus seducer styles that you can adopt to your character, and I teach you how to add these type of styles to your personality. I also have tons of seduction strategies and tactics, and I even got dark psychology because I know you guys like the dark stuff. Listen, don't be afraid of the dark stuff. Women love the dark stuff. They just don't want to be open, and you take advantage of them. You understand me? Now, with this course, when you purchase this program, you can also get 2 other courses: how to make a woman fall in love with you and how to vet women properly. Because what's all of this game if you don't know how to choose women, or if you choosing the wrong type of women and putting your energy into bad women in the first place? So you have to learn how to vet women too. So you're going to get all of that for the price of one. Now, you also get, when you sign up for Seduction Mastery, you get 3 of my deepest, darkest webinars that will never, ever be for sale or ever be available to the public. How to have threesomes in sexual bedroom game. You get the art of taking a woman's soul. You get the, sexual seduction. I have a webinar on sexual seduction and bedroom escalation. Listen, you cannot beat this. You cannot find something like this anywhere on the internet. Listen, guys, don't be afraid of seduction. Don't be afraid to get a little dark. This is what women want. Women want the excitement. Women want the emotional connection and emotional stimulation. They need it. They're hardwired for it. They just don't want to be open and you hurt them or take advantage of them. But doing things in a way that everybody's happy is love. And all is fair in love, even the dark shit. So don't be afraid of it. Listen, guys, get on the wait list because May 15th through May 19th is the only time you will be able to purchase this. Click the link in the bio or send me a message that says seduction. Also, guys, if you're on the wait list, you get my program, Breaking the Modern Woman. If you're on the wait list and you purchase the program, you get an extra course, Breaking the Modern Woman. So you get all of this for the price of one. Guys, you cannot beat this. There's nothing like this on the internet, nowhere. Take advantage right now. Get on the wait list. I'll see you on the inside.
And we are
okay. All right. Wait. All right, we back. Now, y'all ready to get into this Steve Crowder thing? Are you guys ready to get into this Steve Crowder thing? Let's go. We marathoning. Usually I'll be like, all right, fuck y'all. I'll deal with y'all next week. But I'm going to give y'all what y'all came for. If you're ready to get into the Steve Crowder game, press 1. Press 1. Press 1 if you're ready to get into the Steve Crowder thing. Y'all ready for that game? Where y'all at, man? Where y'all at? Y'all ain't typing nothing. Y'all ain't typing nothing. Shout out to Shiny Dwarf. I end up getting the course. My apologies for wasting your time. I appreciate you for the $20 super chat. I'm finna go look. And if you lying, it's gonna be extra fuck you. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all ready for this game? Press 1. Guys, go get on the wait list for Seduction Mastery. Go get on the wait list right now. Link is in the chat. For my mods, can you guys pin that link for me? Or not pin it, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Well, I believe I have it pinned. Seduction Mastery, May 15th. May 15th. Shout out to my dude, Alpha Kingdom, in the building. My guy, Alpha Kingdom, my bro. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to my dude, MLD, in the building. MLD, that's my dude. He thinks Steve Harvey is simp. I'm disappointed in my man, but that's my dude. I'm rocking with my man, MLD. I don't fuck all that other red pill shit. That's my dude. But when you hear me talk about red pill coaches and all that, I ain't talking about him. That's my guy. But yeah, we back though. So let's get into it. Steve Crowder. What's interesting about the Steve Crowder thing? And by no means, bro, I don't give a fuck about I say this. I ain't here to take up for no. Hold on one sec. Had to let one rip. Had to let one rip, but I had to mute the mic. That would have been real rude. That would have been real rude. But I don't really I don't really care about people who racist and all that shit. I don't give a fuck about it. I could give two fucks about them, right? This ain't really about that, but just his situation is am I confusing him with Nick Fuentes? I don't know. Let me go back and look. But anyway, yeah, I had to mute my mic, bro. That was a loud one. That was, you could feel it when it's gonna be like, y'all would have been like, what the fuck? Then I would have been a meme on the internet. See, I'd be smart. I'd be thinking ahead. Somebody would have clipped that and be like, look at this. Like, you know, I would have been a meme on the internet. So, but yeah. I don't give a fuck about no racist, bro. But you know, this Steve Crowder, I think I got him mixed up with Nick Fuentes, so I'm not gonna say racist, but because I was thinking about the last one I did about Pearly and Nick Fuentes, but Steve Crowder, fuck all that. Steve Crowder, he is in a situation to where, and you gotta do your research about this. He's being divorced from his wife after, I think, 10 years or something. They've been married for 10 years. His wife is divorcing him, and it's pretty nasty, right? And the video came out to where I believe she kind of, like, why would she keep that video of all the videos? And, you know, putting it like he's being abusive, which is, he's not being abusive in the video. And I'm going to play the video for, you know, in a second. But she picked this old ass video from like a year or two ago to like put out now for whatever reason. I don't know. Well, not whatever reason, to make him look bad, basically. But the video really wasn't that bad when you look at it objectively and not look at it from your feelings. But it did do its job, and it did exactly what she wanted it to do, because she know how people will look at that when they look at it from their feelings. And what's crazy is Candace Owens, and Candace Owens be talking some good shit sometimes, but I don't really fuck with her too much. She be talking some good shit sometimes, a lot of the shit, especially when she talk about in terms of relationships, but all that other shit, I don't really fuck with Candace Owens. But it's interesting how she went at him like that, you know. And I made a joke on Twitter. I was like, Candace Owens about to be all type of nigga bitches and all type of shit now, and she damn sure is for going at him. But they already had a personal beef already. You see what I'm saying? And she just used the opportunity to attack him, basically kick him while he was down, which is a pretty shitty thing to do on her part. But you know, being a man in that type of space, I actually know how that feels. You know, I've been in that space before. I wasn't in it long, and I got up out of there when it was that. But I know how that feels, to be frustrated and to feel like you've given your all to a person and you're not getting anything back. And so that video basically showed that. And now it's this whole thing of, oh, he's abusive and he's emotionally abusive, and he's clearly not. He's just a man who's frustrated that he's not getting everything. He's not getting anything out, and he put so much in. Now, could he have handled it better? Of course, but you know, none of us is perfect. And if you watch that video, if anybody has ever dealt with a woman, you've said way worse than what they showed. So, and I'm like, if that's her, if this video that I'm about to show you, if that's her like ammo, then like that dude was the same. Because I could just imagine if a motherfucker recorded me when I was mad, man, y'all gonna be like, man, that nigga Drake tripping. You know, I'm not like verbally disrespectful and shit, but I be, you know, I go 0-100 quick on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But you know, yeah, the fact that she released it is a violation of itself. But I want you guys to learn something from this, though. Learn something from this. This is why seduction is important, because Steve Crowder represents the average American man, especially the average American white man. White men, right? And again, when I say stuff like this, I'm talking about shit objectively. This is not no feelings and shit. I'm just breaking the game down. You see what I'm saying? typically white men are not taught how to deal with women. White men have always had power, and they've represented power, and they've always had a sort of privilege. And that's not me complaining, but you know, if I go in the hood, I got privilege over you. I got privilege in certain rooms, in certain arenas as a black man. Privilege is cool. Ain't nobody, it is what it is. But white men have always had a certain privilege. White men weren't really taught how to deal with women. Even if you look at like the manosphere and you look at the dating coaches and shit, a lot of the black coaches are the ones who don't really have that disdain, and they know how to deal with women. We've had to learn how to deal with women all our lives. Black men have. We have to learn how to deal with women. Actually, you know, whereas white men are like, bitch, I'm the king, and you shut up and suck dick. That's it, basically. It don't work like that no more, right? And so a lot of white men are finding out the hard way that the game is changing on them, and people are evolving, and the world is changing, and you have to keep up. You know, and that's not to say nothing bad, but just white men have always had this position of power to where in their relationship is, you know, bitch, you gonna do what it is, and that's just gonna be what it is. But you know, meeting people's needs or meeting people's, giving women an emotional spark, that type of shit. White men don't know how to do that until black men start talking about it on the internet. A lot of the stuff you hear from black men, this is why you hear a lot of white guys saying game in the game, and they use it wrong, but the game come from black men in the hood. That term come from black people, and learning how to deal with women, that type of art is a thing from black men. And white men have learned it from black men, via the internet and stuff like that. But white men have always had this like robotic, iron fist, dutiful type of thing. But times are changing, and women need more. Women have always needed more, but more so now, especially with all the distractions. And that's anywhere you go in the world. It's not just white women, right? And so white men don't understand this. And so when they deal with women, it's more from a methodical, logical duty. This is what you're supposed to do, period. Nothing else matters. Your feelings don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's no emotions, it's no spark, it's no passion, no nothing. And so, this is a recipe for disaster. You cannot last like this. And we are different now. We don't have these, we don't live, this died 60 years ago, bro. We don't live in a world where we are confined to the duty of the home. There's a lot more pleasures. People are seeing the world. People are understanding that, hey, I can be happy outside of my home. I don't have to read a magazine to be happy. I can go look at the beach. I can go get on Instagram. I can go do this. I can go to a party. I can go read a book. I can do this. I can go do this. And when people have all of these different options, and when I say options, I'm not talking about just men, but different options and outlets for their emotions to be stimulated, people are going to get their emotions stimulated. People are going to get their emotional needs met versus 60 years ago where you just had to suck it up and just deal with it. The game is changing, and white men have not caught up as far as dealing with women. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is not a diss to white men. I actually hope y'all listening so y'all can get y'all shit together. And y'all need to stop worrying about what the fuck black people be doing and black men doing and worry about y'all hoes. Y'all bitches is out of control. You understand what I'm saying? No diss, I'm just saying. I shouldn't be saying shit like that, but I'm gonna speak my mind. But yeah, this is why you see a lot of shit you see from the red pill community. This is why you see a lot of shit that you see online, because white men don't know how to deal with their women, because they never had to learn how to deal with their women, because their women automatically fell in line just because. But that day is gone, bro. You see, so you got to catch up. And Steve Crowder is the perfect example of this. His argument with his woman, or I wouldn't even call that a fucking argument. His disagreement with his woman is a prime example of that. You see, listen, if it's one person who is anti-white woman, I ain't gonna say that. MLD be giving white women hell. MLD give white women hair. If you want to hear his rant about white women, go to follow, subscribe to my dude. My dude is doing good on YouTube. Go listen to it. Good shit. He will let it be known. But yeah. So that's what the game is all about, man. It's just, you know, basically meeting needs and meeting people's emotional needs. People have emotional needs. And with the options that they have, the outlets they have, I'm not talking about feminism and I'm not talking about DMs from men, but just people are able to go be happy and find their happiness now. Based on the way that society is set up, you have a lot of things to compete with, my brother. And so you guys have to learn this shit. This is what I'm here for. A lot of the black guys be trying to tell y'all this, but y'all don't be hearing it because y'all be so caught on that red pill shit. You understand what I'm saying? But let me play this video. Let me play the video. Oh, let me say this one thing too before I play the video. When you have a pregnant woman, I'm not saying be a doormat, but when you have a woman who's pregnant, you have to deal with them a little bit different. You see what I'm saying? You have to deal with women a little bit different when they're pregnant. You have to put on, you know, a velvet glove, so to speak, you know, and deal with a pregnant woman, because the way that you deal with that woman is going to shape the way that she look at you for the rest of your life. Like, they don't forget. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, you know, let pregnant women's emotions be excused, you know, let the fact that they're pregnant and they have wild emotions excuse their behavior. You're never supposed to let a person, you know, run wild and disrespect you and shit like that. You can still put that in check, but you should deal with pregnant women. You have to deal with them a little bit different. And I've been through this 3 times already because I have 3 children. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I didn't realize that my first child, I didn't realize that. You see, I was young. I was 23 or 24 when I had my first kid. But you know, you want to be more supportive. I'm not saying take shit and bend over and let them fuck you in the ass and be a doormat or nothing, but you just have to deal with pregnant women a little bit differently, because the way that they're perceiving you, it's like they can't control it. They have different emotions and different chemical cocktails and different hormones going, you know, while they're pregnant. They're perceiving things a lot different, and that stays with them. It's nothing you can do to change it. Get mad at God for that. You understand? But be a little bit more, I would say, delicate when you deal with a pregnant woman, if you don't want an enemy, you know. And remember, revert back to my first episode of my podcast, The Evil Nature of Women. If you don't want an enemy, you just deal with a pregnant woman, a little bit different. Be a little bit more delicate. You understand? Again, that don't mean let a woman run all over you, let her disrespect you, let her, you know, have you running at night because they be having these weird cravings. And like with my kid's mom, she was pregnant and shit, you know, both of them, they would have these weird cravings. But I'm not finna get up at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning to go to the store and get you no motherfucking pickles and milk. I'm not doing that. So whatever your craving is, just let me know before I get into the house, because I used to be out hustling and I come home at a certain time. You know, I used to come home every night. You know, like not every night, but you know, before I get to the crib, just let me know what you need and I get it. You know, I can accommodate you, but I'm not getting up at 3:30 in the morning to go to no store, because you just, no, we gonna plan our shit ahead and I can meet your needs that way. You know, so I'm not saying let a pregnant woman run you all over the world and make you a workhorse and a rag doll. Nah, but just be a little bit more delicate, bro. I'm telling you, bro. You see a different side of them if you mishandle that. You'll see a different type of person after that pregnancy is over if you mishandle that. And so the best way to make sure that is solid is just don't put a baby in a woman that you don't love. You know, and if you love a woman, if you truly love a woman, bro, you know, when she's carrying your baby, you're gonna treat her like you love her, basically. You know, and you'll adapt. So just stop putting babies in women that you don't love. You understand? But let's get into this video. I'm going to make this one bigger.
You just made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
I
Do you understand the difference between run life being set to the second and you're going
Stephen.
to back on back?
Stephen,
And then the only way out of it is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
we are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline and respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Stephen.
Hillary,
Stephen?
you give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
He's saying discipline and respect. You don't have discipline and you don't have respect. You're not doing your wifely duty. Wait, am I even playing it from where it needs to be played from? I think I'm playing it from the right way. Discipline and respect. Discipline and respect. This is the type of stuff that should be established. The game teaches you this needs to be established before you marry a person. This is what I'm saying. A lot of guys, a lot of white men, they behind, bro. And that's not just a lot of black men. A lot of men in America just are behind, period. You see what I'm saying? Discipline and respect. Number one, you can't instill discipline into a grown person. So if a woman is not disciplined and you require discipline, you shouldn't marry her. You shouldn't let the fact that she's hot and she fucking, have you had sex yet? That fucking punk ass red pill dude. That's what he said. And I'm talking about somebody specific. But, you know, just things like that matter, whether a person is disciplined or not. You can't get with nobody then 10 months later, you know, 10 months later, want them to be disciplined. Discipline, you can't teach a person discipline. Now you can command respect from a person, but this is a situation to where he got with a woman and she basically didn't have to do nothing but look pretty and have sex with him. You can tell that this is what's going on. You can tell this is what's going on. You know, and I'm not going to say that she's a shitty woman, but if she was a solid woman, if she was a good woman, he would be a lot further in his career. She would be smart enough to know. See, when you have good people in your corner, good women in your corner, while you trapped in the cycle and the hustle and bustle of trying to build a YouTube business and trying to get, you know, a media company, doing media and content, man, that takes a lot. So sometimes you could be caught up 20 hours a day. If you got a good woman at home, a good woman who's there for you, who's actually trying to make your home and not just there for what she can get, because you can tell that she's with him you can just tell what type of relationship they have. She's going to make sure that your home is running smoothly. You know, yeah, you know what, MLD, you right, bro. She's a shitty woman because she released this video. And this video ain't even bad, but she released it. I don't know, bro. She is shitty, you know, but that's just a reflection of what's going on. They're arguing basically. I mean, I won't say it's petty, but she want to go somewhere and they only got one fucking car. Any good, solid woman who's an actual homemaker will say, okay, he does this, I do this. We need 2 cars. We can afford it. You see what I'm saying? We need 2 cars so we can be more mobile and it'll be more efficient in here. When you caught up in the hustle and bustle and shit like that, when you caught up in running the business and where your mind be on that business, you don't even think about no motherfucker 2 cars. But that's what a good woman is supposed to do. Make your home and make your home run smooth and efficient. Looking at the finances and say, hey, you know what? We had an issue before about, you know, having 1 car, you know, so what we're going to do is just going to get 2 cars. So we're going to save up, or I'm going to save up because I get whatever money I get, or, you know, I got my side hustle or whatever, I got whatever. So I'm going to save up. And I'm going to buy a side car, or we could lease a car, whatever we got to do so we can have 2 vehicles. You understand? A good woman is going to know that. A shitty woman that's just there to take, this is what you get.
Stephen, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Stephen, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it.
He had to check up. Watch your mouth. And I don't abuse. I could tell they probably have problems and spats and disagreements and arguments a lot. But the way that he checked her, that let you know that she was lying. Because she didn't double back and be like, you do abuse me. What about the time you did this? What about the time you did this? And they edited the video at a certain point. It was something that they didn't want us to see. Well, she didn't want us to see. But he checked us like, hey, bitch, watch yourself. Nah, it don't go like that. And she stopped. So that let you know that was a lie, but people watching this with their feelings. And I posted this on my Instagram. I was kind of disappointed at the responses, but
I can watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just talk and maybe for a little bit. Okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no, but I love you.
he basically complained. She said, oh, I love you. And what he's saying is, but I don't love you. Now, that's not something you say to a pregnant woman. You don't say stuff like that to a pregnant woman. You don't say that to about a woman that you want to be with, period. Like if you have, and I think, if I'm mistaken, she's filed for divorce or whatever. I don't know who's whatever. But if you want a woman in your life, if you want that woman in your life, if you want to actually be with her and y'all just having a rough patch, you got to watch what come out your mouth and don't let your emotions crowd you, because that woman gonna hear that. And that's what she gonna, you see what I'm saying? That woman gonna hear that. A fully pregnant woman needing space is unreal. Listen, the emotions of the mother while she's carrying the child is going to affect the child, bro. I don't know what y'all be talking about. Let the woman have her space. She didn't say I need a break from the relationship. She said I need space, meaning let me be alone. Let me clear my head. Let me get my emotions in check. Like, let the girl have space, because those emotions are going to affect your child. If you don't have kids, y'all got to stop talking about shit that you don't know. If you've never dealt with children before that came from the mothers, y'all gotta, a lot of y'all don't be qualified to say certain shit. Y'all just be talking. But the emotions of the mother is going to affect your child, bro. That's why I say, that's another reason why I say you got to be a lot more delicate with a pregnant woman. And if you love her, if you don't love that woman and really don't see a child from that woman, and you're just doing it because that's what you, don't put a baby in that woman if you don't love her, because it takes a different type of, you have to pull into bring another part of your character out to deal with it. But she said, I love you. He said, no, you don't. I don't love you. No, you don't. You've never loved me. You basically, you talking it, but you don't live in it. When I ask you to do X, Y, Z, you say no, you just fight me on it. Basically, he got a bitch that's uncooperative. Right? What the game teach you? This is why seduction and love is so powerful. Get on the wait list, by the way. This is why I do what I do. This is why I have courses to teach you shit. This is why I put the type of work that I put into. When women love you and you have their emotions and you have their mind, they will never tell you no. You don't have to worry about cooperation when a woman loves you. When you have a woman's emotions, when you can control a woman's emotions, you don't have to worry about a woman ever telling you no, bro. Ever. You don't have to worry about cooperation. This is why the Seduction Mastery, the seductionmastery.com is important. He don't have no fucking game. Whatever I tell you to do, this A, B, C, D, you don't do it. And to a man, respect is love to a man. She don't get it because she goofy, and she don't even care to get it because she ain't in the relationship for the reasons that he's in the relationship, right? So he don't think that she loves him. She said, oh, I love you. But to him, she don't. And he's right. Bitch, because respect is love. I ask you to do something, you don't even do it for me. You won't even help me. You can't love me, so I don't love you. He's not wrong for saying that. You see what I'm saying? He's not wrong for saying that. But, you know, this whole shit about the abuse and all this shit, all of us have had a way worse. This is light work. I'm like I said earlier, man, it's probably, I'm glad I don't know if nobody recorded me, but they probably going off on a motherfucker. You funky motherfucker, all type of shit. So, you know, hold up. Let me get this dude up out of here real quick. But You can watch from the sidelines or go create another account. But you know, he don't love me, or you don't love me, right? You don't love me because you don't do what I say. But that's because he don't have her. A lot of y'all be in robotic relationships, and that's what this is what I'm trying to get you out of. How to make a woman fall in love with you. There's a reason that I put that course out. When a woman loves you, you don't hear no from a woman who truly loves you. And not the love, not the, oh, I love you because you've provided me a house and you're a millionaire and now I'm about to take half of your shit. Not that kind of love. I'm talking love. I'm talking about love you, love you. You don't hear no. Listen. I don't want to call myself spoiled, but it's almost offensive to, like, it's almost disrespectful when a woman tell me no. That's how little I've heard no my whole life. To where, like, if a woman tell me, and I have to check myself, like, bruh, it's like disrespectful to me. Now, I know that that's me thinking, I know that that's me thinking, irrational, and me thinking, you know, that's me thinking arrogant, so to speak, but that's how little I have been told no, right? But when women love you, you don't hear no. Those are facts. Anybody that's ever had a woman in love with them, a woman head over heels from them, you could tell her, hey, listen, whatever you tell her, she gonna do it to see you happy. But this is what the course is about. This is what seduction mastery is about. Not being in a robotic relationship, getting your woman engaged with you, getting the women that you fuck with engaged with you based on their personality types, based on the type of people that they are, a way that you can approach them and deal with them and give them their drug, not drugs, but give them what they need so they can be hooked on you. And in order to continue getting that from you, they have to do whatever you say. That's just what this is about, bro. But again, a lot of guys, a lot of white guys, and not just white guys, a lot of, I would say, square guys don't really have that. It's not just white guys, it's guys all over the world. The world is changing and women have an outlet now to get their emotional needs met. And I'm not just talking about orbiter men and fucking feminism. If a woman gets bored, back in the 1950s, if a woman got bored, she just had to deal with it or fucking go bother her man. Now, if a woman gets bored, she can get on Instagram, right? But you want your dick sucked. But Instagram gives her more gratification than you do. You're going to lose to Instagram every time. You see what I'm saying? You're going to lose to Instagram every fucking time. So this is why this type of shit is important. And this is why I wanted to talk about the Steve Crowder shit. Because I don't want you guys to be in relationships like this. Robotic relationships where the woman don't love you and the woman don't respect you. That 1940 shit is gone, bro.
You want to life itself? Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous. Hillary, you're right. We're in past. Become someone, let's see you day in and day out, worthy of a wife. No, not as a wife. I didn't say as a wife. Hillary, come on now.
I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to engage anymore. I'm going to go. I'll text me what you need. I'll get you what you need. I love you. I'm committed to you.
Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm not trying to.
Are you committed enough to do those things? You're not committed to anything. You're not committed to anything. You just said I love you. I'm committed to you. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things? Are you committed enough to do those things?
I'm good.
Walk the dogs. Put on some gloves. Are you committed enough to get the medication the dogs? No, you take that.
What you seeing right now? And then as Crowder heads inside, Steven gets angrier by his own admission, screams, "I will fuck you up." If that was the case, the Ring camera would have picked it up. That's bullshit. That's cap. But this whole right here, what you're seeing right now, was like, oh, just do this. He wants to he basically wants to he's like, oh, just walk the dog right now, walk the dog right now. He just wants to feel like a man in his home. He just want a little bit of cooperation. Like he want the instant, like, just bitch, can I get something? Like, can you do what I say one time? God damn. Don't take the car. That's why he got to be petty. He has reverted to being petty in order to get what he needs as a man because his woman is not fulfilling him. And so he got to play little games with the car and shit like, well, walk my dog first, bitch. God damn. You see what I'm saying? But that's what you get when you with women who don't love you and who don't respect you. Yeah, oh, I love you, but I love you meaning like I've been around your ass for 10 years. Like if something happened to you, I would probably cry. And I love the fact that I have this big ass house. And I love the fact that I'm about to take half of this shit and I'm setting you up right now. I love you for that. But I don't love you as the man. I don't even care to listen to you. Bro, like I posted a video on Instagram that says if a woman don't listen to you, she don't love you, period. When women love you, they listen to you, period. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Y'all, get on the wait list, Seduction Mastery. It'll teach you how not to be in robotic relationships like this. You see what I'm saying? White guys, you're going to need this game. Square black guys, you need this game. I don't got to worry about shit like that. You understand? I wish you bitch. Hey, go walk the dog. How many laps, Big Daddy? You understand? Is that because I'm more special than you? No, I just know the people that I deal with. I know the woman that I deal with, and I know how to meet her needs. I know how to fill her holes. I know how to fill her plugs. You see what I'm saying? Didn't Crowder's wife work for the dog fart? I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I don't know about his wife and all that. I just going based on this shit. You see what I'm saying? But that ain't no motherfucking emotional abuse. You know, and the thing is, a lot of people look at things from an emotional perspective, so a woman will see that, and she knows that though. A woman will see that, and her emotionally abusive boyfriend, it triggers her. And so it's like, oh, he's a monster. How is he a monster? They having a fucking disagreement. That ain't even bad. And he just wants to, man, walk the dog. God damn. Show me you love me and walk the dog for me. God damn, please. Like, I ain't getting no pussy. You ain't sucking my dick. You ain't supportive or nothing. You know? But if you at that stage in your relationship, like, there's no way that she's even pregnant and she treats him like that. I think that person is trolling. I think that person is trolling. So I'm you know, I know that person trolling, but I told you when I start talking about red pill people and shit, it bring the worst. That's how I tell. That's the number one sign a community is bullshit by the people that it brings. It's bullshit. You know, when we was talking that player shit, you don't be seeing all this shit. When you start talking about red pill people and red pill shit and white guys and all that shit, these motherfucking people come from out the woodworks. But yeah, he just basically in a situation to where she shouldn't even be pregnant. If she don't love and respect you, if she don't never listen to you, if she ain't, why do you even give her? Why give a woman that type of blessing, man, and put a child in her to give her that type of honor and she don't love or respect you? Why would you give her that honor? That disdain for you, that's going to carry on to that kid, bro. Y'all wonder why a lot of y'all mamas treated y'all like shit? You want to know why a lot of y'all mamas treated y'all like shit? Because they didn't like your dad, bro. When they looked at you, they saw their dad. They saw your dad. You triggered them. And when they look at you, it's a trigger. Your little behaviors that you do, your little moves, it reminds them of your father. And your father hurt her very bad or whatever he did, or abandoned her or left her or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But why give the honor to that woman? Why give that type of honor to a woman who don't love and respect you, who don't see you as a king, who don't look at you in high regard. Why is she pregnant with your baby, bro? Let's say y'all gotta value yourselves way more than that, bro. I would never have no baby with no woman who don't respect me, or with no woman who's not, you know, treating me good, or treating me like the man that I deserve. You understand? You can't pay me to put a woman, a baby in a woman who ain't doing what I say, or who's not listening to me, or who don't respect me. That's goofy. Game goofy. This is why this game is necessary. And I know the trolls be watching this shit, but I know the reason that, I don't really feed them and I just keep it going, because I know that they listening too, and this is valuable for them too. Why even give a woman that honor who don't love and respect you, bro? Like, you see what I'm saying? There's no way that this woman should be pregnant, 8 months pregnant. There's no way with what he's saying. Oh, you don't respect me. Oh, you don't love me. You never did. I never felt love from you. Why you with the bitch, bro? My content solve all that. Hey, you can look at the free shit and it solve that. But that's why I wanted to do that, man. That's not abuse, bro. That's just simple. You have a man who's frustrated. Now, men can't be frustrated because the woman who's supposed to love them don't. And bitch, you can say what you want to say. You don't love me. If you love me, you would do what you need to do to make my life easier and not stress me out. You see what I'm saying? Kid is a constant reminder that the beta that seed represents all the failed relationship with guys she wanted vaporized. I don't even know what that's saying. It's an easy mind. Even if your self-perceived value isn't high, okay, work on it. But you're the prize based on who you're in the process of becoming. But yeah, fellas, y'all got to work on that. Stop putting babies in women who don't love you, who don't love and who don't respect you, who don't honor you, bro. Because how you think they're going to treat them children? You understand? How you think they're going to treat them children? And not to say that a woman is going to be nasty to a child. Every woman ain't like that. But I wouldn't feel comfortable giving a woman a baby, my kid, and she looked at me funny, or she didn't respect me, or whatever. I wouldn't feel comfortable. So, and a lot of y'all think just how women be thinking, oh, a baby will make him stay. Y'all be thinking a baby will make a bitch get in line. It don't, bro. They be, a lot of times pregnant women, they shit make them worse, to be honest. So, Steve Crowder, I don't know, send this to him or something. Get you some game, bro. Get on the wait list. Knowing how to seduce and be a seducer solves that problem. Knowing how to make women love you solves that problem. You don't have to worry about being loved. This is why I have a course, How to Make a Woman Fall in Love with You. So you don't have to be in loveless relationships. So you don't have to be in, like Steve Crowder saying, you've never loved me. I can't even get you to walk the dog. Well, if you love me like you say you do, walk the dog. Go back and look at that. Go back and look at that. Why was he, a lot of people don't understand, like, well, why was he trying to make her walk the dog in that moment? Like, he just wanted to feel love, bro. This is a man, this whole video was basically about a man wanting to feel love, bro. And he was frustrated. And so he used the car as a petty way. It was an asshole-ish type of thing to do. But it's just like, I just want to feel love. So can you do that, please? Just put the gloves on. Just do it, please. You see what I'm saying? So, shout out to Steve Crowder. But I'm taking questions. I'm gonna get off in a few more minutes. Make sure you guys put your questions in the chat. About to get up off of here. I've been on here for 3 hours. Y'all got a whole lot out of me tonight. But put your questions in the chat. Questions, comments, concerns in the chat. Shout out to my man MLD, going hard on the motherfucking haters. I don't know why they be hating on my man's MLD, bro. Put your questions in the chat. If you got 2 minutes to put your questions in the chat, or I'm gone. I am gone. You hear me? About to go eat. Kid is a constant reminder that the beta. Yeah, I already read that. That don't make sense. Yeah, fellas, go get on the wait list, Seduction Mastery. Go get on the wait list, Seduction Mastery. You get 6 programs. You get 6 courses. Click the link in the bio, click the link in the chat. You'll see everything you get. Seduction Mastery enrollment opens on May 15th through May 19th. So make sure you're on the wait list. Also, follow me on all social media platforms at KingDreism.com. KingDreism. ISM, not N. KingDreism. What does it mean when a girl breaks up with you? You got to reword that question. Jealousy you have to earn. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Re-ask me that question. What does it mean when a girl breaks up with you but having sex after? Why are you having sex with a woman that don't want you? You think it's gonna make her want you again? What does it mean when a girl breaks up with you but keeps having sex after? So you want to know the cold hard truth? This is the truth. So if a woman breaks up with you, right? And she goes off, but then she comes back to keep having sex with you, what's happening is the guys who she's meeting, they either fucking her and leaving her, right? And so she wants to feel love because she can feel love with you and she can feel comfort and warmth and love. So she getting fucked and tossed because they know she ain't no good. You just don't know it. So she getting fucked and tossed and she comes to you and gives you the soft sex and cuddly loved and all this type of shit, you know, and to feel that type of love, because when women don't like to just get fucked and tossed like that. They don't like that. It makes them feel like whores and trashy and shit. So she come to you to get that. But in order to give it to you, in order to get that, she got to give you a little something. So it could be either be that or she's fucking people and they ain't fucking her good enough. And so she like, let me just go back to my baby daddy, or let me just go back to my ex, because I'm familiar with that. That's decent. You see what I'm saying? Never stop. It don't mean she don't have to stop. She don't have to stop fucking you. But she broke up with your ass. She broke up with your ass because she don't like you like that. She don't see a future with you. She ain't doing it for her, right? But she's tied to you. You're familiar sexually. You understand what I'm saying? And so while she's testing the market and testing different products, she's coming back to you for what's familiar. But she's testing products. That's why she broke up with you. Not gonna lie, big dog. The last part was so deep, I shed tears listening to it. What last podcast? I don't even remember. I don't even remember the last podcast. I shed tears. Growing up, my mom did a lot of things that you mentioned. Now I realize she was taking all her anger out on me for my dad. If you don't do nothing else, please do the follow-up podcast. How to deal with your emotions in a healthy way. Appreciate you in advance. Pink tips, is that's what you say? That's a great topic. Shit, I ain't mastered that yet. I ain't mastered that yet. I'm still learning. I can't, I only talk about stuff that I'm thorough in, I haven't fully mastered the emotions game yet. I don't have crutches though. I just started learning how to, over the last 4 years, learning how to handle my emotions as a grown man, because I went my whole life suppressing my emotions through not drugs. I ain't never took no drugs, but through alcohol and cigarettes and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm not a master at, the emotions game. Now, I'm not bad at, I have emotional intelligence, but I'm still figuring the emotion game out. Like, even on here sometimes, sometimes I'll read a comment and I'll flip out. That's not a master of one's emotions. I'm decent. I'm okay at what it, maybe I can do a live stream talking about certain things that I do and I've learned to deal with stuff. But, I can't sit here and say that I'm the master at stoicism and this and this and that. Now, what I can say is learn how to manage your emotions, learn how to identify what's what, learn how to, become emotionally intelligent, learn how to express your emotions and shit, and learn and understand that, as a human being, emotions are a part of the process. Emotions are a part of the journey and the process. Emotions are a part of the journey and the process. And it's okay if you're angry. It just is okay. It's okay if you feel disappointed. The world ain't going to end. It's just a process. You sit through it, you go through it, you learn from it, and you move on. You see? So, but I can't, I don't know. That's not something I would be comfortable like, oh, this is how the emotions shit. I mean, I think that I do pretty good. People say that I do pretty good, but that's not something that I'm willing to like stand on or stamp. But I can give you tips of the things that I've been doing. Fuck the Toss LLC. Are you defending Crowder? Go back and watch. How do you forgive yourself after wasting time in a relationship with a woman who deceives you? Why would you need to forgive yourself? Like, why are you beating yourself up about a decision that you made? You made the decision, look in the mirror. Hey, listen, I fucked up. Number one, take accountability. I fucked up. It happens. What can I do? What can I do so I can lower my odds of that happening again? And the mirror is in the answer is in the mirror a lot of the times. But this is the thing. A lot of guys think when I say the answer in the mirror, they think it's the physical part. They think it's getting more muscles. They think it's, getting dressing better. They think it's, doing a face regimen or whatever they think, right? But that's not the mirror that I'm talking about. The answer is deep within you. You see, why are you with a woman who would deceive you? What was it about you? This is how you forgive yourself. What was it about me that made this woman think that she can deceive me? What was it about me? The answer is deeper than how you look. And people don't get that far because that answer is uncomfortable. But when you can get to that answer, you're going to be a beast. You see what I'm saying? When you get to that answer, you're going to be a beast. But that's how I always look at it. That's how I told you, my mom raised me like that. What is it about me that this woman felt like she can deceive me? What is that? What is wrong with me? I need to fix that. Oh, I was vulnerable. I was fucking with her when I met her. I had just got out from a breakup and shit, and I was weak and I was vulnerable and I lacked confidence. And she saw that in me. When we was on a date, she saw that in me. Based on the scenario, based on the situation. I'm just giving you the type of things you discover when you look inside the mirror and look past the physical part. Again, people look in the mirror and they say, well, I need more muscles. I need to be taller. I need to do this to my face. I need to wear these type of clothes. Nah, bro, it's deeper than that. See what I'm saying? Why does she feel like she could lie to me? What is it about me? What is it about me that picked a bitch like that? What is it about me? Oh, maybe I don't value myself like I thought I did. Because XYZ. Because I believe the shit that my ex taught me. So what do we do about that? We got to fix that. Oh, I was vulnerable. And she realized that. You see what I'm saying? So when you can truly do that, bro, people try to make it more complicated. It's not easy, but it's not complicated. When you can do that, bro, you'll be unstoppable. Just taking accountability, true accountability, though. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. But this is just not for you. This is for everybody who's listening, because a lot of guys think like that. Well, how can I forgive myself? And you forgive yourself by holding yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable for real, though, this time. And that's anybody watching. If you beating yourself up, if you hold yourself accountable and you handle yourself with care and love and self-love, when you love yourself, you hold yourself accountable and you make yourself responsible for the change that you need to see, because it ain't nobody else's job, right? And when you do that, you're not going to be so hard on yourself. You're going to understand. You're going to look deeper and find the uncomfortable truths and find the uncomfortable answers that you need. And the responsibility and the self-love will drive you to change that. And this is what you change. This is when you change the person that's within. This is when you change who you are at heart. change the way that you think and the way that you see the world and the way that you perceive people, and change the way that you do things. Not just change your haircut, not just put on more muscle, not just say, oh, I need to put on chains and all that shit. Nah. But when you change who you truly are on the inside and change the quality of your being, you start to attract better people. That's facts. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm about to get up off of here, man. I've been on here for 3 hours. I ain't been this long in a long motherfucking time. About to get off of here. Starving. I will see you guys soon. This is none other than your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. Follow me on all social media at kingdreism.com, KINGDREISM. Guys that's listening on Spotify and Apple or whatever, we got a podcast coming out on Friday, so stay tuned. We back on it Tuesday and Friday. We're gonna have some content for you. But anyway, guys, go get on the wait list for Seduction Mastery at seductionmastery.com, or click the link in the bio, the chat, or whatever. I'm a man say, keep it P. Playerism is the antidote to feminism. I'm your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. I'm gone.